How long before they're gonna get it right? I see behind all of your smiling eyes. I know you're scared of what it all became
Yeah.
Right on. So we're on 19.
Yeah, you'd be dead 19.
You'd be dead 19. All right, we finally made it of Nebraska legal voting age or adult age, whatever it is.
Sexual age.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
it's going down and down every year.
Eh,
Oh, little Ellie in the background.
Little Ellie. Oh, you can see her. Where's she
Yeah,
at?
she's behind you. Can't see her anymore. But
Pretty upset about these headphones, so I'm
just keep being mad,
just gonna drink.
dude. It's it's just like the part of all of us that's a little obsessive, where it's like, God, I know they're here. As soon as I find them, I'll be complete. But until I find them, I'm
Yeah, I'll be
fucked.
complete, but I'm also gonna be like, since I've already committed to recording, I'm I can't get them now, you know. And as soon as I get done, when I find them, I'm gonna be like, God fucking damn it!
Well, I did
I
notice
knew it.
that Lex Friedman on his last podcast, he asked his guest for a bathroom break. So that seems like the new norm Joe Rogan has created.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's just
so we could do a bathroom break at some point. That'd be fun. And maybe you could find him and it'd be great.
well, okay, guys. I need a break real quick. I'm gonna go try and find my headphones. Oh, I
No,
which these headphones aren't bad, but they're wired, so can't just like I can stand up and go take a leak in the middle of the podcast any other time and hear what you guys are talking about, and now I gotta completely
dude,
walk
it's
away.
hot as fuck in my apartment. Like I was telling Mitch how I don't have to turn my AC on until like July up here, but it's just fucking hot as fuck in here.
Well, why don't you open a window?
Well, I have one. My bedroom window is just open all the time now, and but it gets down to like 20 degrees at night, which is fine for my bedroom. But my patio door, I just bought that palm tree plant, and it was a bad decision because it was only $10, but it needs like high humidity and high heat and a lot of light, and I don't have a lot
Ooh.
of any of the things.
Oh, it's not humid in North Dakota either.
Well, it is now in my apartment because I'm also starting to grow plants in my closet, like
God damn.
arugula and radishes right now.
Jesus
But so I
Christ,
bought a
dude.
humidifier at some point, and I only have one, so I put it in my closet, and then I go and put it under the palm tree. It's like it's not consistent at all. It's not the way I should do it, but 'cause then it just runs.
That palm
You need distilled water, so I just run out of water all the time. It's not consistent. It's gonna
that
die.
palm tree is gonna die.
But I don't want to open the door because it's by like a drafty door. I don't want to like get it cold,
Yeah, if it's like way cold.
or even if it's like 50 or 60, it's just still pretty damn cold for it. I'm just fucking sweating.
Yeah, it's a palm tree. It's used. Well, I don't know. Doesn't it get down into like the 50s or 60s in Florida? They have palm trees in Florida.
Yeah, but the humidity, it's fucking. Dude, I'm dying for these goddamn plants, and all they're doing is putting bugs in my house.
No one's asking you to put more bugs in or more plants in your house.
And I feel like I can't have a cat because the cat will like get into the dirt and just roll around in the dirt and eat the plants. And so
Yeah, cats love tearing up plants.
I'm sacrificing like a loving animal that would love me versus these plants that are indifferent and I'm killing them probably.
Well, you're getting some food from the plants. Well, some of the plants.
Yeah, I should if I exclusively went just food plants, then I'd be fine. But dude, I'm just dying. I'm gonna take a shot.
Oh, here. I'll take one with you. I didn't know we were doing shots. I need to drown
Should
my
have
pain on
asked.
my fucking
Um,
headphones, man.
I wanted to make a decree, but Mitch needs to be here. We should do we the next person to bring up Miami that's not just like specifically bringing up something that needs talked about. or like an answer to a question, just being like, "Oh, I'm so excited." Like whoever says that first next for no reason other than they just want to say they're excited, they have to take a shot of Everclear.
Don't you just have to take a shot of Everclear now?
No, because we hadn't made the rule yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in a. I like the. I like that idea in precedence, but or like as an idea, but I don't. I don't think it's a bad thing to be excited to go.
True,
Talk about being excited.
but every day, well, but every day, it's like makes the time go by slower. I think every time we talk about it, and God damn it, I talked about it, so I fucked it up.
Well, what are you gonna do,
Cheers.
Benjamin?
I didn't respect this house.
What?
You like tap the
Oh,
bar to respect the house or whatever.
yeah.
I didn't do it.
I'm gonna start. Well, I don't have to yet, which is nice. Wait, I mean, it's actually like a good thing, but I want to just pop culturally start pouring one out at the beginning of every bottle for the homies. But I don't need to. I don't have any homies that need anything poured out for them.
Yeah, we're lucky, man. I don't know that many dead people.
Yeah, well, but you, me, and Mitch and Blaine and Tyler all have a potential to just all go out together.
Jesus. Um,
I
yeah.
fucking think about it, dude. Flying is intimidating. All right.
Well, it's not. See, flying is. I'm not worried about that at all. I'd be think the only way we would die is like you're just walking around drunk at night and just someone gets stabby or there's a shooting, a drive by, and it's just like, something unexpected that we can't really control, but all of a sudden shit's real. But
Plane crashes definitely aren't like that at all. People definitely expect plane crashes.
well, not that I wouldn't expect it. It's just I don't. I feel a lot more comfortable in a plane than I do around people, I guess.
The only reason why I feel a little bit more comfortable in the plane is because I realize if something goes wrong, like there's literally not one single thing that I could ever even think about doing about it.
You
So like I am forced to be there like through it all, no matter what, as soon as that plane takes off. So and when you're surrounded by people, you're like, all right, so who can I take here? How can I get out of the situation if it arose? Like there's none of that on a plane. You're just like, well, give me another shot.
yeah, you're gonna die, and you have like the complete peace of knowing like there's no regrets here. Like it's just I get to have my mind to myself almost. That's a good way to go. Because when you're around
It's
people and like your confrontation, it's like you're gonna fuck up something. You're not gonna do everything perfectly, and even if
yeah.
you're like I'm gonna have a regret about this situation, and I got to think too
And
much.
God damn it. Well, I would just like to not have it go. Dude, that reminds me. I saw something on iFunny talking about people up in Canada. Um,
Those fucks.
there was this video. A guy, like the dude that was recording, was across the street of this like outdoor eating pavilion deal, and they're like, "Whoa!" And so he's like running across the street recording to this restaurant where the outdoor eating thing is, and you don't really see anything. Till he like gets up and this guy's like collapsing, and there's like blood fucking everywhere. This dude's just like like down on his hands and knees. There's just like big guy in the doorway, and I didn't. And then there's another guy just like sitting at a table right there, just like drinking his coffee. And I didn't understand anything that was happening, like the context of it at all. But turns out the guy that got like that bled
Stabbed.
was was there with his wife and his daughter, 3-year-old daughter. It was in Canada, and I'm not even ashamed to say this because of what he fucking did. Some piece of shit, like more than likely illegal immigrant with some weird fucked up name. That's like he's like 6 foot something, 300 pounds, maybe 250 pounds. He's like vaping and he's blowing it in the direction of this guy and his family. And he asked this guy to stop vaping around his 3-year-old daughter. So the dude just gets up and stabs him like fucking 10 times.
I feel justified for
How-
thinking people that are vape are douches now.
Dude, I just think people are douches.
Well,
Like that
yeah.
is fucked up.
No, that
And
guy's
I told
fucked up in the head for sure.
Jordan this. I was like, so that's where I draw the line. Like, or that's where the questions are for me. Do I want somebody's doing something around Rollins that I don't like? Do I want to be the good dad that sticks up for his daughter and like say something and stick up for her and risk that random shit happening to me? Or do I just like live to make sure I'm around my daughter and just like let it be and just be a bitch? You know?
Yeah. No, you can't be a bitch. I think that happens like so rarely. It's like a plane crash. Like there's nothing you can do about that. But
Okay, you're right. There's
it
nothing you
depends
can
on
do about it.
how the health of your daughter. Like the vaping, maybe like once every fuck. Like vaping
It's
is
not about that. It's not about the health of your daughter. It's about you wanting your daughter to not have to get have vape around her.
yeah
Like
the health
that's
her health.
oh yeah, I thought you meant like if she has health problems already.
No, I meant yeah like trying not to have shit in her lungs that you don't want. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
which is
You
justified.
can't. And you so is living. You know, to be a father to continue living is justified. But I don't. I feel
That
like
and
you
that's
can't
why I'm
just
like,
go passively through life and just let whatever happen. You gotta.
but I mean I have to like choose that's like certain points, like battles, like what's more
Yeah.
important to me? Making sure she's not inhaling this stuff or making sure I'm alive to spend time with my daughter. Like what's
God, I'm already sweating. It feels like you almost need to be able to read people a little bit because like I don't know if you can tell if that guy's mentally unstable or something because you can't. Like he's just a dude vaping, and then he snaps. Like you're not gonna be able to know ahead of time that he's gonna do
I
that.
hate I hate people. That goes back like I think about this. One of the things that I thought about when I was watching this, I thought about a lot of stuff, but was when we first started doing like pretending to be You'd Be Dead before we were recording with Tyler and Jeremy and them.
Yeah.
And Tyler asked me if aliens came down and said that they were going to destroy humanity
I love
unless
this take.
I let them fuck me in the ass. Like, would I get fucked in the ass by aliens to save all humanity? And I was like, no. Like, I really wouldn't even think about it because I know there's some good in people, but we overall as a species, like, don't deserve to be saved. Which is,
Okay. Now, see, I love that, but I think that we're getting better. Like the thing that your take that I couldn't agree with last time was you were saying how we're not getting better. Like,
here's the thing: we're not getting better; we're getting worse. And the thing that's making us better is going to be AI, which isn't even us.
well,
Like,
if
that's not even us. If we need artificial intelligence to make us better, we're not worth saving.
no, but if it makes us better, if it's not just that being better, like if it's actually makes us better, because I think here's my thing: if I mean, you're a decent. I know you're a you're a good person. We'll go with that. Um, like you're gonna be a great father. You're you got good morals. My thing is like, oh, I think I'm a good person, but like, why are you any different than the rest of humanity? Like, to me, like if you can be a good person and see how bad everything is, then there's hope for the world because everybody, isn't that different from each other. So like, if you can be a good person, everybody can be a good person. And there's like a lot
But
of
the
mentally
majority of
fucked people.
people choose not to be. Like even extremists. Think about the people, no matter what religion it is. Think about the people who do extreme things in the name of their God. Is that good? They think it's good, but is that good?
Yeah, well, that's the problem is where you almost need like, and I don't want to say educational, like eliminate religion, but because I think parts of religion are good, but it just seems like if AI gets us more educated and tells us, what's kind of more ground truths, if we could teach people how to, God, dude, because the world's fucking scary right now. Like all these little kids that get everything they want, like we're gonna grow up to see what they turn out to be, and it's already happening. I
Well,
mean,
the shitty thing is like we're gonna be old and be relying on that generation to be like providing for the elderly.
but we're relying on the select few that can kind of see through the bullshit and don't understand addictions and that you need
That's
some
not
struggle.
sustainable.
Yeah, I agree.
And
It's
the few to the majority isn't sustainable.
yeah, but I just think it's funny how we're gonna be the old people who, I mean, like, I my sister's nephews. I just worry about them because my sister is a great mom and my her husband great dad, but like everyone, they're just so busy and they only have so much bandwidth where they are probably gonna be like giving them tablets at some point and just kind of like they're already spoiled as shit. And at this point,
Oh,
like 5 years old, it's kind of hard to change him a little bit. And you know what? Like Chris, my cousin, I feel like he's the fucking best. I think you should take any advice from him you can because he's just kind of like, whatever. I don't know. Like that's his parenting technique, but it's fucking working. Like his kid is just fucking awesome.
wait, so Rollins um has gotten to the point where she understands that like she's a single child and she gets a lot of our attention. Um we don't do as very much screen time with her. She gets to we'll watch a movie, like a Disney movie. We'll start a Disney movie and watch like 20 to 30 minutes of a Disney movie at dinner because we're really bad. We don't sit at the table and eat. We like
Yeah, like
Jordan
a normal
and me and
person.
Rawls watch a Disney movie and it's always kid shows, we never watch like stabby shows or anything. And and then we let her watch two. She says, watch shoe, but she's saying watch show. And she has like these YouTube videos that she'll watch that are like a couple minutes long of like super simple songs or Baby Shark or something like
Yeah,
that, And we'll let her watch two right before bed, like two of those YouTube videos right before bed. And then
yeah,
that's the only screen time she
yeah. I
gets.
saw that. That was good because I mean, you have like boundaries. This is what you do, but there's just so many people that don't have the boundaries where it's just the kids kind of watch whatever they want. And it's YouTube TV, so it's safe, but it's just obnoxious Minecraft videos.
Yeah.
It's so weird because every little kid's different. They're each gonna figure it out on their own. But
Dude, Rollins can pick up Jordan's phone and find the YouTube app.
yeah,
Jordan has moved it and like everything to try and she can find it anywhere.
well,
It's
it doesn't surprise me. It's just what I'm talking about is like 4 or 5 year olds who are just like annoying and privileged and all that, and it's just like,
just give him a tablet and shut up.
yeah, that like, Rollins is a lot younger than that, so I just don't see the problem there. It's when they can kind of just go to their room and do whatever they want. But
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
because I don't know.
yeah.
It
I don't
seems
know.
like every little kid's different, and these little kids are gonna have a lot more information than we did. But it also seems
But
like it takes people longer and longer to grow up and just be because you want to keep the innocence of the child for as long as possible. But also, we were talking about how back in the day when people went to war and all this other shit, how it's just like you're thrown out in the real world and you either are beat up or you learn how to socialize. And
yeah,
it seems like it takes people till they're 30 now to understand any of that stuff.
and part of it I think is generational, obviously. Like because like as the younger generation becomes parents and they're like really strict rules from their parents probably get watered down to the way they parent. But like I don't know, maybe it is just generational, but I always chalked it up to part of it at least to the way I can talk to people. I know how to talk to old people. I can like I show up to work. I got at work ethic, like just these super simple values that
Mm-hmm.
really are really considered to me just every day. You don't worry, but you don't even have to think about it. Is because I was raised by my grandparents, so I had that generation of the way that they were parented is how I got parented,
Yeah.
and which is like a big gap between my biological mom's age group
Yeah.
to me.
Well, that's just
Like
super
my
important.
grandparents that raised me, they didn't know what Game Boys were, and part of their lives they never had TV.
Yeah.
Like that TVs weren't even like a common thing, or computers, or house. I mean, they had house phones, I guess, but like
Well,
all the stuff that I might like our parents or my our like 35 to 50-year-old parents generation, like what they should be, uh, they all kind of knew what was coming. Like they grew up in the 80s, they knew they had like game systems and stuff. And my parents were like,
Well, I like
don't need any of that.
I mean, I kind of lump them together, but I always assume that my parents grew up and I always imagine they're growing up in like the 50s or 60s. But like when you're just getting hit with all these ads for all these household cleaners that have all these toxins and all this other shit you have to buy and all these chemicals, and it just seems like that was a generation, but that was probably more like the 50s and 60s. But still in the
Yeah.
80s and 90s it was seems the same. Like there's just a lot of fucking chemicals and shit, and think we're getting away from that, but
Well, I don't know. It's like give and take. We're getting away from that, but we're replacing it with like microplastics. There's always something.
and Game Boys, like screen time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and my brother, he's super against video games, and just because he's seen probably people waste their life playing video games and whatever, but and it's all moderation, obviously, but he's super against the video games, so of course his little boys are just obsessed with video games and Minecraft, and
Yeah.
it's
Because
tough
like
because I
that's
want to I want to connect with them over that kind of stuff and teach them
isn't it
moderation, but they're just so obsessed with it that it's annoying. Like they can't. I don't
which is
know.
probably just gonna like piss their dad off more because like this is what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And isn't it crazy to me, or it's crazy to me that they like that everything is good in moderation. Anybody that has common sense knows that everything is good in moderation. Video games, food, alcohol,
Yeah.
anything is good in moderation. But they're so think it's a waste of time and whatnot that they still will make it completely strict. Like you're not doing that at all, and they have to know that the results of that are as soon as they're able to do it, they just do it, no bars held, because
Yeah.
they've never been able to do it before,
Yeah. Just like
which isn't good.
alcohol and partying and all that stuff, because then it just gets you into more trouble. But dude, that Rick Doblin, that was a good episode.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
it was funny how I was expecting that to be more. I don't know what I was expecting to like learn about that, but thought there'd be more. I don't know, something I didn't know in it. It was kind of all just pretty basic stuff that, but fuck, what was I gonna say? It was all about he was telling his kids, he's like when they're 13, he's like, oh yeah, you can smoke weed, you can do this. It's like
Yeah.
you're old enough. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, he has
Um,
to talk to them.
and it's like fuck, that's great and all, but there are also these like 13-year-old kids who don't know how to moderate and also aren't gonna put as much thought into it as you will. So
For the most part, 13-year-olds don't have that ability to know what that means, like how to moderate.
well, it's weird because when we first started, I mean, we were probably later than a lot of people start doing drugs when they're like 14, start smoking cigarettes or whatever. But,
Hmm.
I was 16, 17, whatever. And we did start out a lot slower. I mean, we smoked like once a week, maybe, like when we started. And then it's like,
I don't.
it creeps into doing it like twice a week and then doing it a bunch. But remember, because like when we skip Wednesday CYOs and go smoke, it was like, um, I don't know. It just seems like we only smoked like once or twice a week when we started, and
I
then we
don't think that's true. I think we definitely smoked more than that. But I don't remember like the early days because we got like the only thing I remember is smoking a lot. So
well, because it was harder to get. We didn't have like a big supply. We would always have to go to Trenton, and it just seems like we didn't smoke
uh,
nearly as much in the first 2 years than we smoked in the second 2 years. Like we smoked way more in the second 2 years.
well, the first 2 years we didn't smoke at all. I didn't smoke my sophomore year. I didn't smoke until my junior year.
That's me too. I mean, I think you smoked before I did.
Yeah.
So,
So our first 2 years of high school we didn't even smoke. So it's like
well,
it
that's
didn't
not what I
matter.
mean. Like the first 2 years of smoking. I don't know.
Oh.
It didn't
Well, yeah, because
accelerate
but
as
part of that
fast.
also has to be because the third year we were in college. And so it was like anywhere you could think of like had weed, that all the time.
True. I was always especially under like the eyes of my parents having to gaslight him
in
all the
high
time.
school. Yeah,
And
I was getting there. I got there to a point, but yeah, the shit-filled basement with like I could just lie to my parents.
it was nice.
But the smell of dog shit helped cover up the smell of weed. So there's that.
We'd light some incense every once in a while.
I had my green light bulb.
You still have that poem?
I
Or
don't. Yeah, I have
rap?
it saved somewhere, but I don't know where.
You could make that into a rap.
My little green light.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. And what's weird is like I don't know, the fun memories we have. Like your shitfield basement was like the best thing that could have had. That's like could have happened to us. Just playing
Ugh.
Mortal Kombat in there, and we just had
Benadryl tripping.
we had a little safe zone where I don't know
Which
where
is
else it would
funny
have been.
because it was in my basement, dude. Like, that was God, dude. Yeah. That's where you fucking dumped over a brand new bag of weed.
Yeah, it was like the most we ever bought. It's probably close to a quarter. Who knows? I'm assuming it was about a quarter. We had it all in a little in a pile just out in the open.
We had it on that tray. One of my mom's old dishes, like
What's funny
clear.
though is we always, normally it's in a bag. It's always like kind of protected. We just had it all in a big pile out on a tray,
Yeah.
on a bed.
Yeah.
I'm blaming you guys for this.
No, you were laying there and just fucking rolled over and just, I had like 3 mattresses on my bed.
Yeah, I spilled it and broke the glass all over the floor and was like, "Oh, we can save some." Like,
Dude, I'm bringing I'm bringing up Miami, but it's not about how excited I am.
okay.
Tyler, dude, I don't know what the odds of this are, but like Tyler's gonna fly out at exactly the same time as us, almost.
Until you got moved
And
you apparently got moved up or a
no,
little
yeah,
bit.
we were supposed to be at 5:50. Now we're
Yeah,
at 5:30.
I think
Tyler's
Tyler's at.
at 5:30.
I think Tyler's at 5:50, but
I looked at his ticket today.
oh, I was gonna say, is that what you were doing?
That's why. Yeah, that's what I was doing. And so then, but his layover is in North Carolina. No, his layover's in Georgia. Ours is in Chicago, and then he'll get there about 10 minutes after us. Not even 10 minutes after us. And
No,
that's what it says. Yeah, and then
good.
on the way back, he's flying a different. He's still flying Delta. We're American. We're American.
I didn't see that.
But his flight out is exactly the same time. We both have a layover in Chicago, and we both fly into Omaha at about the same time. So, like,
I was trying to get us to leave at the same time. I didn't really know. I didn't even look at when you guys got back. It was funny because he could have left at the same time and got back an hour later. And it's like, well, fuck Tyler. I don't care when he gets back. But no, I just went for the so he got back a little earlier because it didn't matter. He was leaving at 4:30 either way. So, but I didn't know what plane he was flying back, but I knew it was Delta. He was on a different plane, but you guys are just gonna be like on the runway, just taking off together.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then like see
We're
Tyler
just
in the
like,
other plane.
yeah, that would be awesome. Just
Whoever
fucking
goes
fly,
down, the other people have to drink.
dude. I thought about no shit. I thought about something. If you if you would have flown with us, if you would have came down here and flown with us, we could have made everybody else's lives hell and recorded a podcast on the plane.
That would be. I don't think it would even make other people's lives because wouldn't have to talk that loud. We would just be talking kind of normal, but it'd make our
Uh,
lives hell trying to record on a plane. Maybe we
well, we'd have. I bet we could record it. Do you have to be connected to the internet to record it, or just to upload it?
no, just up. We could record it, and I even
Oh,
I think I have one of those little lapel mics we could just like hold in front of us or something, or just bring
I
the
would
big
just
one.
hold up.
Oops.
I could hold my mic, like plug it into the USB, but I could just it's tiny, so I can just hold it right
Or
here.
even this big one, we just have it, just hold it, put it on the desk.
Yeah, it's just right in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah, we could put it on the desk in between. That would be, dude, 3 of us just sitting there, and then
we could have
whoever's
done it.
behind, and Blaine's in the back behind us.
We could have done it. I wonder how. I wonder
That's
how our
fun.
seats are. I haven't even looked at that. Now that
Dude,
there's 3 seats in a row, right? That I should be able to
normally,
fucking
yeah. I
should be able to sit with them.
well, I got Tyler's tickets. I didn't care. I didn't look at his, but when I got mine, I was like, fucking, you get in the exit row, so you have that extra leg room. Cause I mean, I'm a little bit taller, and it's fucking annoying. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
But
So
I kind of like having the window seat. so you can
No,
look.
yeah, I like the window seat too, but it might be more valuable to get the aisle seat just for more. No, ideally you get the exit row window seat because then you get both. Because the exit row has just so much more legroom, but you have to save everyone if
How
the
is that
plane goes down.
possible to be an exit row window seat?
The exit row of the plane, like the emergency exits.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's what you meant. I thought you meant outside, but yeah,
No,
the like outside seat. Yeah,
but
yeah, that
last
that
time I did this, because it's an extra $20 or something to get that row, um, and I was listening to headphones, like not paying attention, and the guy's like telling us like, okay, if the plane goes down, you guys' job is to open these doors and do all this shit, and I'm not like paying attention. He's like, hey, hey. Like yelled at me a little bit. I was like, fuck, my only job was to pay attention during the speech, and I fucked it up. Now
you
I
already
know.
fucked up.
Yeah, you gotta learn and learn how to live in this world.
Oh, damn it. I've never sat in the exit row. Fuck, I bet that's awesome.
uh,
I bet that's awesome. I've only sat well,
you gotta
and
pay
I
attention when they're doing their speeches, or you'll get yelled at.
hopefully the American planes are bigger than Allegiant. 'Cause Allegiant planes are small. The ones
Well,
that fly out of Grand Island, they're so small.
they'll still have exit rows, but here's the thing. Now you are responsible if the plane goes down. You actually have to think and not think about yourself and all your thoughts you want to
Bro,
have.
no, no, I'm not. There's no fucking way. There's no way. That's only if you land. Then you have
True,
to open the doors.
true.
Dude, how many planes crash land where people are like, all right, everybody, now the exit row is going to open the door for us because we made this landing. It's
Well, true.
just,
I forget that you're not like opening the doors mid fall, like it's like people
I
jumping
don't
out
think
in
you could if you
parachutes.
tried.
Yeah,
Dude, I've thought about that. Why is that not a thing? Why are parachutes for passengers not a thing?
I'm sure there's some reason. Like they can get more people on the plane if they don't pack all those parachutes, or like maybe the plane's just so big because you know how when you normally jump out of a plane, it seems like they were worried about you hitting the wing or something. I wonder if the exit doors they're like above the wing, so like there's not really a safe way to jump out of the plane because you're like above the wing or you're gonna hit the plane or something.
I think you would probably be sucked backwards before you dropped low enough to hit the wing.
But you still drop. I think you'd hit the plane unless you jumped up. You'd have to like jump up in the air and then because you're gonna drop immediately and go backwards. It's like,
Oh,
because that's a crazy science experiment where they shoot the ball and they drop the ball and they drop at the same time, no matter if it's going sideways or not. It's crazy. Magic.
god damn it. Well, then yeah, then you're gonna get sucked right into one of those fucking
You're gonna
wing
go
motors.
down as far as if you just stepped off and fell when it's not moving. You'll still goes down just as fast.
That's crazy because it feels like you would just go
Well,
sideways.
yeah, the air resistance like a parachute. You think you would? There probably is a little bit of that. You know, if you like
Well, your
big fat
parachute's
guy.
not gonna open right away,
Well, I
you
mean,
know.
like if you're a big fat guy and you had a big body, like the air resistance would overcome just the pure physics of you moving that way. I would think. You gotta be a
Oh
big fat
man.
guy.
Why are we talking about planes going down, dude? I don't want to experience this. I don't want this to be a part of my life at all.
See, now this is why you're here. I like this. Because when we're talking about something shitty, you're just like, hey, let's stop talking about this.
Oh
Um,
god.
dude, those rotisserie chickens, I need to not live off of those. Seems like that's a thing that might happen at Costco.
Well, I think they're pretty easy to live off of.
Yeah, because you're at Costco and I bought this, like, I tried to vacuum my apartment for the first time in 2 years. And I didn't think I needed to until I started touching the carpet and there's just like hair. I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't have animals. Like, all this hair everywhere. And I'm
Yep.
just like, holy God. And my vacuum doesn't work. So I had to buy a vacuum.
Dude, carpet attracts everything.
When I always kind of like thin my hair with my hands, just get a little big clump. And I learned you can compost it too. So I chop it up and put it in my compost bin sometimes. Um, and yeah. So, but when you're spending money at Costco and then there's a $5 and you're like, oh, I gotta get supper tonight, I gotta do something, and then there's a $5 giant rotisserie chicken, way better than Walmart, and you just, well, God, gotta get one of those. So it's the two times I've been to Costco, I've gotten rotisserie chickens, and I'm like worried about it because I mean, yeah, it's relatively healthy probably, but god damn, it doesn't seem like it.
Do you have to have a membership for Costco?
Yeah. And when I first walked in, I just wanted to look around. He's like, "Hey, you got a card?" And I was like, "Yeah," and just left and didn't have one. And then I went back later after I was like, "Ah, I better just get a membership and just start shopping here." I went back to him and was like, "Hey, dude, I lied to your face. I don't have." Just he gave me the spiel about how all the benefits and stuff. He's like, "Oh, it's fine. You know, you just told me you wanted to look around." Like, "Oh, thanks." You feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's like, "We're actually we're super cool here, dude. Don't
No, it's the cool thing is I don't know if you have I don't know anybody who has a Costco near them, but
Lincoln." So Tyler's gotta have a Costco.
well, I can give Tyler my if I give them Tyler's information, he can shop. I can give somebody my membership, like one person, basically. So Tyler could just shop at Costco, and then I get the you get 2% back for everything you buy, and at the end of the year they just give you like a check or something or or a gift card.
That's
And
better than Sam's Club.
well, and it can be better because like somehow you can do the travel. Like you can get 2 or 3% on trap. Like the plane ticket I bought for Tyler, I probably could have done that and got 2 or 3% back on it, but I didn't do it through Costco. But
Mm.
it's be dumb for Tyler to probably he could get mine for free or he could like pay $60 and get his own 2% back. And like so it really if you're gonna shop, you should probably
Yeah.
just get your own membership. But I'm
Well, you
trying
can
to
just give it to us,
dude, I
and then
you give
and
me
then
2%. Everything you buy,
yeah,
I goes on my
but
account.
the thing is, we're not gonna buy that much because we're not gonna ever be at Costco unless we're in Lincoln.
But it's better
But
than nothing.
so it's not worth us having our own. Tyler, it'd be worth him having his own
Oh.
because he can get his own cash back,
Well, I didn't
and then
realize.
live in Lincoln.
I mean, it's essentially like Menards. I mean, they have a lot better than Menards. It's like they have TVs and electronics and
Or so does Sam's
vacuum
Club.
cleaners. So yeah, I don't know. Except the only thing I hate, I don't like Sam's Club seems better. Like, there's no way to know where anything is. Like, you know, the aisles. They don't say like, "Hey, this is what's in this aisle." It's just aisle 203. And there's no maps. I don't even think there's an app. Like they're just like
Yeah.
fuck you, like look for it. And
Dude, and everything is just in like the boxes that warehouses get before, but like Walmart gets before they put it out on their shelves. It's just in like the brown boxes with like four canisters of seasoning or something in it, and gotta open them up. And
I should look at Sam's Club because it seems like Costco they sell everything in boxes, but they're not like that. They're just like bigger versions of the regular boxes. So like cereal is in this box, like Costco's box, it looks exactly the same. It's just like twice as big. So it's not like you
well, Sam's Club's kind of like that too. But you definitely can, depending on how much you want to get, you can like
True.
they have the box it was shipped in, and then you open them up and
I'm wondering though, like if it's even worth it, because 2% is not very much, and uh, because
it
most
is
of the
if you shop
things,
there enough.
true. I've only been there a week, but they didn't have tea that I wanted. Um, but like all I need is granola bars and like the meat and all that shit. You can just a lot of it you don't want to buy in bulk though, because the chicken it's a great deal and there's like three giant things of chicken and or six things of chicken. You're like I can't fucking cook all this chicken. Like
Yeah, if you freeze it right away, it's not a big deal.
well, I looked up
If you take
freezing hamburger and ChatGPT told me not to. Or it's like once it's thawed, unless it was, just from the cow, but it's probably was frozen and then unthawed. Like it says you're not supposed to, but I'm sure you could.
we haven't in a while because we get our ground beef from her grandpa now. But when we were buying like those 10-pound logs and slicing them up into 1 pound and then freezing them.
Hmm, it was fine.
But I mean, we haven't died yet. But
Well, it's not about dying. It's about it tasting slightly less good.
if you're getting fucking local store ground beef, it's gonna taste like asshole anyway.
Oh, I should have done this a long time ago because our listener retention's probably terrible when we talk about dying and children all the time. But my plumber doesn't hate his wife. I said that last time. I felt bad
Yep.
about it. He doesn't even talk about hating his wife. I just said that, trying to be funny or something, and it's not true. It's fucked up. Cause
Did he listen to it?
no, but
Did he listen to the podcast? Like, I don't hate my wife.
if he ever does, he wouldn't appreciate it. Cause like he doesn't. I mean, it's not like he even bitches about his wife. Like, I mean, it's maybe he did once, but I
That wasn't.
overstepped and I felt bad. I'm
That
sorry.
was enough. He bitched one time about her, and you were like, "He fucking hates his wife so
Dude,
much,
that's
dude."
words are fucking important because like I mean they kind of are because it's just like I'm just speaking my mind and I'm always putting my foot in my mouth, but it's like sometimes you don't need to be saying shit. Like one time,
It's
what are you thinking? Because
well, I was gonna say it's super easy to do though.
well,
Like
so
it's
my parents have been hating each other for so long, like it's all they do. And as soon as I say it, then it's like, oh fuck, no, like it's like becomes real as soon as you say it. Because I was like, there's, listening to Lex Friedman, just idealizing relationships. It's like, oh, it just doesn't feel like there's any love between these two. And I said that basically. I was like, there's just like, God, you guys just there's no, and that's I don't feel bad about that one. That one's fairly true. Like, um, and I'm sure they love each other. They have loved each other in the past, but God, they're just a mess. But when I say it out loud, then it becomes real, and it's like, oh fuck, no, like I don't say that. I love her, and well, you don't fucking act like it. But my
uh,
plumber's completely different. Like I think he really loves his wife. I just
has
so when I say that about his wife, he's like, no, fuck, like that's not true at all. And but I don't know, man. Words are fucking makes you think. Words make you think. It's not my fault.
the funny thing is, like you say that, but then we also talk about we just say like shit that's not true on this podcast too. Like this
Exactly.
that but like shit that we like know isn't true. We just say it. We're cavalier. Facts are malleable.
Facts are malleable. Did you want your thing to just say hit stingers, or I don't know if you wanted to
Oh,
say
it's a little late to fucking be
no.
worried about it now.
Yeah, I can
Uh,
change it anytime.
could
Um,
you incorporate it into the beginning of this, or does it have
no,
to be stuck with the recording? Okay,
no, it's
well,
already
might as well
it's hit stingers.
be stuck with hit stingers.
I just hate how like yours looks so much smaller than mine. I don't like that. I fucked it up.
Oh yeah, I bet. I bet you
Bias,
hate that.
biases.
It's almost like you're the one in control of it all.
Hmm. God, and I don't need to be doing more shots, but I worry about you
Want
guys.
to?
You and Mitch, you drink too much. So I'm just like, I want to be a part of the group.
I think Mitch and I drink too much.
I do. Only because I think it's like fucking, like, chronic drinking is like bad. And so I'm trying to continue, it's moderation and all that. So I'm trying to like build up my body so I can tear it down in equal amounts. But I think you gotta balance it to where like you gotta not drink a couple days and then drink, and then not drink a couple days and then drink. Like that would be ideal, but it's just so fucking. And I didn't drink the last couple days, so I'm ready to take a shot.
I didn't
But I just
drink
see every day
yesterday.
Mitch is always chugging stuff, so I'm like, God,
Mitch is okay.
there's
You can
things
say whatever
about
you
your
want.
heart. Your heart
I'm
starts
not drinking as
sagging.
much.
It's just
Ugh.
whenever I heard the word saggy heart, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to bring us
Uh,
down. Like, let's take a shot.
yeah. Why are we talking about this? Let's do a shot.
Because
Well,
I all the cool people I know are substance abusers, and this is the last substance I have left. So let's go.
well, you've never really done coke.
I could get addicted to Adderall so fast. I think if it wasn't bad for you, like I'm sure it's probably not, but if it was bad for you, then I could just do Adderall all the time, I think. As long as I could sleep at night. There's some bad things with Adderall too, like just being too jittery. That's why coffee's good enough.
I like, dude.
I could be a coke
I
addict.
can understand why people get addicted to opioids. I can.
See, I was lucky
Like,
that I was scared of them and cigarettes. I was always scared of those two, and so I was just never got addicted. Didn't like I did them enough to where it's like, oh, this is nice, but it wasn't like Adderall where you're just like wired. It's almost like you're
it's the
yeah,
opposite.
it's the
A
opposite.
painkiller, an
Yeah.
opiate is like a downer, and oh, dude.
Well, muscle you did
uh,
muscle relaxers for a while too. Is that's
yeah, but I
different?
didn't enjoy them. I didn't. They don't make me feel anything besides like relaxed. Painkillers make you feel good. Like when I had my shoulder surgery, uh, yeah.
What's it's
But so,
what about the nose itching and like there's some kind of unpleasant
oh, I
feelings?
got itchy. I got itchy for sure. Like and not even just the nose. Like I'd get itchy all over. But that's why I can understand how like Devin and Tyler get addicted to kratom. It's oh, dude, it feels so good. And you can just like sleep on it. You cannot sleep on it. I mean, mm, feels good.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like I don't know. Weed is more of an upper for me, but it does that weird thing where I don't know, it just kind of just it does
I
kind of make you feel zoned out.
I've never yeah, well, yeah, but I've never had the ability to tell the difference between like an indica and a sativa. I never have been able to tell that.
I don't
I
think I
just smoke it.
either.
I'm like, it's like, oh yeah, it gets me high. All right,
Yeah, I think
that's
I always went for the indicas because I thought they like got you like to like higher faster. And like an indica, I think you'd have to like smoke more to get there. But I don't know because there was a one indica in Colorado. I was getting like an eighth almost every other day because I was dumb and not buying in bulk. But and I knew it too. It was just burning through my money. But there's I think Golden Goat. No, it's not. No, Kosher Kush. That one. It was an indica, but it got me like higher and mentally just like sativa style, just more than any of the sativas. And so I don't know if they're. I think it doesn't fucking matter. And now after I had that psychosis shit, I think indicas are my. I would rather do indicas because they're not as mentally whatever.
it's
But
not. Yeah, they're stimulating.
and
I
anymore, it's like I want to go like I've said for 5 years now. I want to go a couple years completely sober at least. And the only way I could ever, because I just get so addicted and just get back to daily use so fast and high dose. The only way I could ever do it would be like super low dose and probably edibles. But um, even that, it's just like such a slippery slope that I don't even want to get on it because then it'll be daily use, then it'll be high dose, and it's just not worth it. But
oh man, it's
indicas are
just so
better.
crazy. I That's something I can't relate to because I just always have been. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, and they say that when you ingest it, it's different. You know, it's a different chemical that's broke down. I don't know. I just feel pretty fucking stoned regardless of what I do.
But have you really done that many edibles? Because I feel like maybe I haven't done nearly as many edibles as I have. I mean, just dabs. Like,
Well, this whole like the past 5 years, for sure. Like when you were smoking, I was taking edibles.
mm, oh, okay.
Like I was, and but they never, not never, but averaging no more than 10 milligrams every time I would take one. But
Oh, nice.
Mitch fucked me one time. Oh, I wish he was on here to tell this to help tell the story. But it was my birthday before the camping. Like we hadn't started doing the camping trip yet, and I went to his place in Hastings, and I was like, "Hey, let's go out. It's my birthday. It's on Friday, so let's fucking go." And he's like, "All right, cool. I got it. I got an edible for us, so and everything." And I was like, "All right, cool." So we go to Hastings, and he's like, "All right, here you go, and here's yours, here's mine." And he's like, "Yeah, I got 100 grams, uh, of edibles or whatever for us. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So I take it, I'm eating it, munch, 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 yay, 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 having a silly goose time. And then I was like, all right, so these are 50 a piece. And he's like, no, these were both 100 a piece. And I was like, oh my God, dude, I got I got so stoned I threw up. And and Mitch got so stoned he just had to go to bed because he couldn't function.
But isn't that
I
the
was
goal? Like, that's not the goal to get that fucked up. But god damn it, I remember doing 100 milligrams. It was just great.
I don't want to puke, dude. I don't like
True.
puking.
No, puking's
And the one
bad.
time I puked all over the girl in the back of Tyler's car. Not all over her. I leaned over her and puked out her door. I was,
Were you in the middle or something?
no. There was only us two in the back. Tyler was driving.
Why didn't you
And
go out your door?
I was high. I don't know.
You
And
wanted her help. You're like, you gotta help me.
I, dude, Tyler and I were driving around the lake. We were at Rock Creek, and he's like, we gotta go get wood. And I was like, all right. He's like, come with me. And I was like, all right. The girl tagged along too. So Tyler's driving. We're in the back seat, and and, so Tyler pulls off because he finds a spot he wants to try and get some firewood from. And so he's got his headlights shining on him out front, like breaking down wood and stuff. And we're just sitting in the back of the car. And I'm like, Tyler, what? I was like, dude, I need to puke. And he's like, then fucking puke. So I leaned over the girl, opened her door, and puked out her fucking door.
Wait, is this the same time as the edibles? Is this the same trip or?
No,
Yeah,
no,
this is
no. I was
alcohol.
just so no. It was just weed. I
I feel
smoked
like
that
I
time. I
was.
just got so high.
I don't know. I've definitely been in a car where this has happened before. I wonder if I was with you or not. Like where somebody
Well, you
puked.
weren't in the back seat. I can tell you that.
No, well,
Oh,
God, I feel
no.
like that's happened several times. Were you at a Rock Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
might have been there.
That's. I'm sure you were. I
You
mean,
never know.
we were. I feel like we were rarely at Rock Creek without each other. Like it's the gang. Like the gang
Well,
always went.
yeah, except for when you guys got naked, all alone with no women.
Yeah. God damn it. I love how we didn't specify that on the last episode. We just sounded gay. Like we just went out, went skinny dipping.
Well, I think it was implied that there was women there, and if not, it should have been. So I think people knew.
Well,
You're the
that's
only
how I
one
feel. But
who thought it was gay.
I was listening to it the next day, and I was like, huh. We literally just said we got beer and went out to Rock Creek and went skinny dipping. I was like, huh, that's it's like Tyler snuck out of your house to come meet me, go get beer and go skinny dip. That's what we talked about. And I was like, oh man, that doesn't sound great. But
We're not good at giving people the full picture.
we let them fill in the blanks. We like to
Want
keep them wanting more.
to take this shot?
Oh yeah, here, hold on, I gotta pull another one. Oh no.
I was just gonna go with the. I don't know, cause I always say I don't like bourbon, but it's probably I just don't like
Is
anything unpleasant. Which, I mean, obviously that sounds ridiculous,
you
but
like puking.
yeah, I love puking. So, but this is bourbon. Um, Four Roses.
Four roses, that's good.
Well, because the guy was like, "This is one of my favorites," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna get this instead of the giant bottle of like blended whiskey." And
Dude.
because he's like, "Well, what do you want? Like a sipper or a mixer?" And I was like, "Fucking." Normally would have said mixer, but I really just wanted a sipper. But I didn't care what it tastes like. It was more like I just want a sipper, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the small bottles are more your sippers, and the big bottles are." Oh, that makes sense. But
Jared Kelnick just hit a home run. But no, the dude where we used to get from the flooring store we used to go get. Actually, he makes these fucking delicious beans. He made them for my wedding. Um,
hmm.
he left the recipe for the beans. Like hasn't told anybody yet, but I'm one of like 6 people in his will that get the recipe when he dies.
Oh, How old is
But
he?
60s.
Okay, not bad.
But anyway, he's the one that was talking to me about his bourbon. Like I told him I'd like scotch, and he's like a bourbon connoisseur. And
Mm.
Four Roses, he was like, "You got to try that." He's like, "That's one of my solid go tos." It's great. I don't think I've bought a bottle. I've tried some, but I don't think I've ever bought my own bottle because I'm just not a bourbon guy. I like
Yeah.
my I like my scotch, man.
See, I think that's better because my cousins are a big Scotch guy, and but they're just so some of them are just so expensive. I know you can probably get $30 bottles, but I'm over there and there's like a $200 bottle, and it's like, God damn. But
Yeah, well, so I'm a Black Label fan, Johnny Walker Black Label. I'll drink Red Label too, but Red Label I guess is supposed to be mixed. I like Black Label. That's the best to me. That's the best Scotch for the price. And then, but there's Johnny Walker like Blue Label, Gold Label, like aged Black Label, fucking Green Label. I haven't tried any of these, but some of them are like 200, $500. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, fuck all that. But I'm definitely you
Well,
get more
we'll
and
be rich
more.
enough to get that sometime.
Yeah. Well, you get I don't know because it's more about the quality, not quantity, and um
Yep.
that's where I'm trying to get to. Just having like one or two drinks, and if you're only gonna have one or two drinks, you might as well get something that's better than
Well,
whatever I
it's like
drink.
GTA when you go to the bar at the casino and you can get that like however expensive shot,
Yeah.
and just one shot just gets you so fucked up you can't move. Like I wonder if that's a real thing, you know?
Well, well, there's like you can only get 50%, or so not like you can get much
Or
more alcohol than the cheap
I
stuff.
mean, you can have 100% alcohol.
Yeah.
Liver might hurt,
Is
but
that
I
is that
mean,
what Everclear is? Isn't that or what percentage is
well,
Everclear?
Everclear is so much, dude.
It's like
I don't
200
know.
proof.
Oh, dude, ever I'm gonna look it up. What percent alcohol Everclear is?
Dude, my favorite is I got that gun case poker set from Ducks Unlimited for my dad, and it has these little Ducks Unlimited shot glasses. I love Ducks
Uh,
Unlimited. It was the first time in my life where I was like, "Oh damn, I'm just a lucky guy," because I'd always win the raffle every time I went. It was
yeah,
like
you are a fucking.
it was like
Oh my god.
little. It was called the Green Wings or Young Wings or something. All the little kids would get a raffle ticket, and there's like a pellet guns. They'd always have a pellet gun there. It was the main big prize. And the first year I won the
Hey,
pellet gun, and then every year after that, it basically was like the first one picked. And so I'd keep getting the pellet gun, but it was like, oh, I'm not a douche, so I'm like, oh no, and I'd go and pick something else, like one of the smaller prizes, because like, give that to somebody else, they need it.
I fucking never won any of those raffles. Like we'd have Mardi Gras at the church, the Mardi Gras deal.
Yeah,
Which, in
bingo.
hindsight, I think about this. How was that a how was that a thing that the church was okay with? Like Mardi Gras is not a real like a church worthy holiday. They literally throw beads at girls for showing their
It
tits.
probably was a church thing, and then the New Orleans kind of made it their own. They're really religious down there. I, I bet there's
God.
some history we're missing. I bet it's like a super religious thing, but it became so popular with the naked girls that the church is like, well, I guess this is what it is now. Like, we can't really compete with that, so
Could
have
you
some
imagine?
beads.
Well, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah,
The church basement. You just have girls showing their tits.
the way it should be, but our goddamn phones are everywhere.
So I looked it up. Everclear is 95% alcohol, 290 proof. Or excuse me, 190
Yeah,
proof.
95%. Damn. So that makes sense. So that's what you got to do if you ever bring up Miami again, superficially or whatever that word is.
Um,
We didn't make
yeah,
that a rule
superficially
yet.
works. Superficially works.
You
But
got
Mitch
me
won't.
convinced that it might
Mitch,
not be a good idea.
Mitch won't do it.
Well, none of us are gonna do it because we're not gonna have Everclear, and then it's going, okay, well now I gotta go get Everclear, and
the Everclear just sit in your house for fucking.
Yeah, I don't think we should do it.
That's gonna be the tipping scale of what like really makes us alcoholics. We have to do that one shot, and then we have a bottle of Everclear in the house, and we're like, "Well, I don't have anything else. Might as well." And then you just have your like by the end of that bottle of Everclear, your tolerance is just so high. You're just like taking sips of Everclear, just like, oh, so much flavor.
Yeah.
Just-
Well, and even if you have other stuff, you're just like, I want to get rid of this. Well, might as well get rid of it, and you just keep pouring yourself.
yep.
Daddy, stop!
I'm doing this for us.
I'll be better at the end of this.
Yep. We'll never have to look at this godforsaken stuff again. Just keep smashing it.
What was going
Oh
on?
yeah,
Um,
did you shot
no. It's like 420's coming up, and there's some special event that's going on there. I forget what it is.
there? Where's there?
There, just in the universe. I don't know. Um, either in my
Right.
universe or in the universe as a whole. I can't remember. Cheers to the universe and to this house that the children keep making noise in.
Nobody could hear that except you.
Oh, I can't hear them either. I just like to bitch about them because they
Oh,
exist.
God, you're old.
Sometimes they make noise, and that's enough for me.
Yeah. So one of the people that we went down to Kansas City to see play for the Royals, Eric Hosmer, he was first baseman for the World Series winning Royals that year in 2015. Is now playing for the Chicago Cubs, and I'm watching him play against my Seattle Mariners.
Tampa Bay. Oh, sorry. Um, I can't ever remember which one's which, and I looked up. Boston's playing Tampa Bay right now. I didn't watch a game.
Ooh,
I said I was gonna watch a game, but didn't. They're
did they
losing.
win?
They're playing them. I don't know what they did in the past.
Tampa was the first team, and I don't even remember how many years to start the season 8-0 in MLB.
What if you're like Miller Lite and you're just like, oh, that's a good year.
Fucking oh, dude, that's a meme. That's a fucking sketch. Do it with the new Bud Light cans with the tranny on it.
Oh,
Can I say that? The trans
yeah, you can call
person,
them trannies.
the chick with dicks on it, and we just fucking pop one open and good. Yeah, that was a good year. Just a drink of it, but it's the can with them on it, the rainbow can.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I don't know if they sell them in North
I haven't.
Dakota.
They said they're not for sale because I think they were going to have them for sale, but so many people fucking went up in arms about it.
That's so dumb.
They were like,
But
"It's not that dumb." What do you mean? What's dumb?
well, it's I don't know. It's like you like brands can do whatever they want, and if people don't buy their product, then that's fine. It's just like just don't buy their product.
Well, that's where brand loyalty comes into play. If you've been loyal to a brand and they fuck you over, you're
Mm.
offended. Like Mitch said, he was going to the bar like to sell stuff, and there'd be people bitching about it. Like, do they know who fucking drinks their beer? That's
Well,
and they're not wrong. Like a lot of rednecks drink fucking Bud Light,
yeah,
or but it's not even just Bud Light. Then at this point, this is so it's Anheuser Busch, so it's Bud Light, Busch Light, Budweiser. You know,
yeah.
so
I
it's
don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it. Just like if you want to become political, you're putting your money in you're putting your money on the line, and you get fucked over by that, then that's what you get for being political.
yeah.
Or maybe not political,
You're
but just showing your views. It's
a
like
lot of people would
you want to be a beer creating company, or you want to show your values. Like,
it it fucking a lot of people were
it's
not
funny
happy about it. A
because
lot of people, and I
I
was
get and they're showing you're showing your political values, but I don't know why does that. I mean, you are showing that's forcing everyone who drinks that product to that. It's almost like forcing them to support the company's values
yeah.
because they're
Yeah,
supporting the
you're well,
company.
and those values in general, yeah, because you're buying that beer,
And it's
and the
supposed to
beer
just be
supports.
beer and not tied to all this other stuff. So yeah, I see how it's
Well,
shitty. Kind
some
of like
dude
the
made a
NFL.
made a some dude made a video that was like pretty on point. the reason they put the chick with dick on the can is because they were doing it to celebrate his 365th day of being a woman, and the guy was like, "Hey, uh, Bud Light, my mom's been a woman for 23,000 so how many days, and you didn't put her on a can." And he's like, "Mother Teresa, you didn't put her on a can. You didn't put Joan of Arc on a can. Like you didn't put Mary on a can, and she was the mother of Jesus." He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, like he was just going off," and I was like, "Yeah, I mean, they were doing it to celebrate them being a woman." And I'm like, "Man, that was a poor." Or even if you believe in those values, that was a poor example of celebrating a woman.
I don't
That
know, cause
there's a lot better woman to celebrate out there than a guy who wanted to become a
but
woman and
yeah, well,
hasn't done
there's like
anything besides make. He's like a
yeah,
TikTok or YouTube star.
yeah. I don't know
Like,
even what the picture is like the tranny that's on the picture, but
dude, it's him with
um,
his dick out.
what? I was gonna say, how do you know it's a woman with a dick unless they're very specific with their drawing? Um, but I don't know, cause like women, yeah, they've never been persecuted before. Um, so it's more about these are the current people being persecuted and saying it's okay. Like I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I don't see it at all, but I also just don't agree with any of it. So it's not that I don't agree with it. It's not that I don't agree with it at all. Like I don't know how else to make that clear besides just my words. But I don't care if women want to become men and men want to become women. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I just don't believe it should be shoved in my face, and I don't believe it should be shoved in my kids' face. That's that's it. That's about
Yeah.
as black and white as I can put it. And putting a fucking guy girl on a can is putting it not me personally, because I don't drink Bud Light, but it's putting it in people's faces
Yeah.
to where they have to fucking. And then the reasoning behind it is just not verifiable to me. That you're not celebrating a woman, you're celebrating a guy who wanted to
Yeah,
say
you're
he's a woman.
celebrating a trans person. Um, because if you want to celebrate women, you should celebrate women because they need it. But
Fucking losers, they need all the help they can get.
but no, I think yeah, they're just because the trans people are being persecuted. I think it's all right. But the thing that I don't like is that if you're a beer company, like why do you got to get political? Or I don't know
Dude,
another word besides political. I feel like there's a better word. But
involved. I mean, why do you have to
yeah,
get involved? Just like make your
and
beer.
but it's just like anyone with a platform, they're trying to help the cause.
On one hand, it's like it is their job because they have the louder voice than just the everyday person. But it kind of goes along with, but it's also just marketing. Like it's not. They don't give
That's
a
what
fuck about trans
that's what's
people.
shitty about the whole thing is like in the gays because it used to be the gays that needed help and everyone was throwing their gay pride flags on every product and it's like yeah that's okay it's throwing it in everyone's faces and making them think but you don't give a fuck about these people you're just trying to
Dude,
make
it,
money
it
off of it
it goes along with
like
during
Ukraine
COVID.
like you don't give a fuck like people who are just supporting Ukraine it's like yeah well if
Yeah.
you're a company trying to make money or COVID, you're trying to like sell
Well,
products
dude,
during COVID.
that that
That
was
was
my thing is during COVID when everybody was at home and like a lot of people weren't working and you'd see a Burger King commercial and be like, "Hey, we know you're stuck at home,
yeah,
but at Burger King, we're doing all we can to keep you safe. That's why our 100% beef, never frozen beef, flame grilled Whoppers are sanitized. Make sure they're sanitized and everything. So when you come through and pick yours up, you know you're getting the best." It's like, dude, shut the fuck up about COVID. You're selling me fast food. Just do that and shut up. Like,
no,
no, we all
it's
know it's
oh
bad for me.
dude, the
'Cause-
cringy commercials that came out of COVID, like it's like so hilarious because they're just like we're all in this together.
Yes,
Buy
and
a
it's
new iPhone. Like
yeah, dude. So bad. So
But
fucking bad.
it's the same thing with I mean, it's whatever trend is popular, because there's these influential teens that are like, oh, well, gays need all our support and trans need all our support, which, like you say, it's fine. Do whatever you want. You just don't like tell everyone about it. Don't,
God dang.
because if you're not being persecuted, like you're persecuting yourself at some point. Like you walk into a bar and you're like, everyone should treat me like a woman. Everyone should act like I'm special. It's like, no, it's like, or you can just walk into the bar and be yourself and not fucking worry about it. Like no one
Yeah,
else is explaining like I don't know, because it's a new issue and they're trying to get their ground in the world against us white straight people. But
white straight men.
no, we're people
We
now.
need
Nobody's men anymore.
we need men's rights. Did I just assume my gender? Fuck.
What the fuck were we talking about? God damn it. I
I
lost
don't
track.
remember. We went at Bud Light and shit.
COVID, and then yeah, I lost it. I had something I was gonna say. But
Uh,
yeah, fuck corporations that just the trends, and they're just whatever's popular, that's what'll sell us the most shit.
yep, and that's all they care about. Dude, and that was what's funny is we did a safety meeting at work last year. Like our head safety officer came down and we all just like did a safety meeting and went through some stuff. And one of the videos, it was like, what is the sole purpose of the company telling you all these safety things and making sure that you are wearing your safety equipment and all this? And the answer was like they were like they had like all these options, and the answer was to save the company money.
Yeah.
Because whether or not you want to like anybody wants to acknowledge it, accidents cost the company money, and we're all here to make money. And it's like they were just like brutally honest about it. They were just like, yeah, we don't want you fucking yourself up because then we're gonna have to pay for your hospital
No,
bill.
that's like again, like knowledge. As soon as you have the most knowledge, or like you can make the best decision. And I forget what we were talking about before, but it's like, yeah, just tell me you're trying to make money, and I feel a lot better about that than
Yeah, because then I know what your motive is. I don't. You don't have to act like we're friends and then like
or act like you
stab me in the
care about
back just to make
gays.
more money.
Like,
Yeah, we know how people feel about gays.
especially
No.
big corporations. Who do you
Yeah,
think runs those
yeah.
corporations? 65-year-old white dudes who are secretly
Dude,
gay,
yeah, the
and
people
they're
who
gonna hate
run,
gays.
dude, and that's not even sarcasm. The people who run corporations literally are the least caring people about gays, and
Yeah, and
they
even if
don't care.
they're, because most of them are probably like we were talking to Bob. It's like there's a lot of secretly gay people. It's like these fucking old people. They don't even know what the fuck's going on. They haven't thought about it before in their life. They're gonna hate
I
gays
also
regardless.
I also think that you might also find some of the most unbiased people up there too. Maybe not the owners, but the managers. They're gonna be like, "Look, dude, I don't give a fuck if you're gay or not. Just do your job. Just do your
Well,
fucking job and make us all money. And if you get fired, you might get called a fag because we're pissed off because you stopped making us money. But they don't actually hate gays. They're just like, you just fucking cost me $100,000 today. So get the fuck out of here, you
yeah. And
fag.
what's a
Like that.
differentiating thing that I can make money? It's like, why did you not make me money, dude? I love that because it's a lot of truth. Because when all you care about is money, you don't care who it's coming from.
Yeah, you don't care how you're getting it. You don't
And
care
when
if it's
you're
a
a
gay
corporate,
person
when
or a
it's your
trans
job to
person.
care about money, then I mean, it's fine. Just it's how it is. Like,
Yeah, dude. Asians making you money. I mean, they'll take it all.
ugh.
Oh, dude. Speaking of Asian, speaking of Asians, I re-listened to Daniel Tosh's 2016 stand up.
Oh yeah.
Holy God, dude! So is one about iPhone factories in fucking China. And he's like, yeah, they have it hard, but not as hard as it used to be. They got those suicide nets everywhere. So now you jump out, they jump out, and they fucking bounce right back up and boing, and they're like, ooh, sorry, boss, just needed a breath of fresh air. Back to making American stuff. All right, like fucking so bad, dude. So
Oh, and he makes it so fucking funny. It's
dude,
just like
it's so
it's like you could just passively listen to that and be like, oh, ha, ha. But then like if you give it a second thought, you're just like, oh my god.
well, yeah. And there's another one in there where he's like there's some guy on The internet was saying, I hope your daughter gets raped," because it was about like abortion or something like, or it was about something. And
Yeah,
he's like, "I hope your
no.
daughter gets raped," and Tosh is like, "Well, she'd have to survive the abortion." And I was just like, "God damn, so bad." Uh,
Yep, Daniel
Tosh is
Tosh.
funny though.
Yeah, he's the standard. I mean, not the standard,
Wow,
but
I
goddamn it,
don't
he's
know about
funny.
that.
Maybe he's the
He's
limit.
fu he Well, then he just, like, disappeared. He hasn't done stand-up. Well, he hasn't released a special in, 7 years.
Hmm.
Fucking insane to me. And he used to be so popular.
Yeah. Yeah, he could
I
have
was never
definitely.
really a fan I was never really a fan of Tosh Point oh, but I didn't really love that show.
Yeah,
But,
he was alright.
I do love his stand-up, dude. And he was born just a fucking rich white kid on a golf course in Florida.
Oh, of
Like,
course.
that's just how he grew up. And so he's just like, "Oh, dude,"
Just
when
talking
kids
shit
said
and never got told no. Like he's like, all right, just keep talking shit. We'll see what happens.
I love that he knows that he's just like a rich asshole, and he's like, "I just wanna if I ever hear one more kid say, 'Oh, when I'm, like, big like you, I'm gonna become famous like you.'" He's like, "I will kick you in the face. You have no chance of being famous with me. I didn't get here because I work hard. I have a God-given gift." Like, that's
Oh
he's
my
like,
god.
yeah, he's just fucking off on
But
it. He
he's
doesn't
like
care at
smart
all.
enough to. I mean, yeah, you could just make more money and he'd put out another special and make more money and all that stuff. But he's just like, probably got enough money and bought his house and he's like, oh fuck this shit. Like I'm out.
He's like, I don't yeah, he probably is. He's like, I don't you don't hear a whole lot about, the charity work I do because I don't do any. I I fucking love that. I'm just say his whole special now. He's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one
Oh,
again.
you
God, I
don't hear
wish.
about this. I wanna
Shit,
do stand-up so bad, man, but
dude. Do you have any bits?
no, just the one I told you about.
Yeah, that was a good
But
one.
I've never just, like, sat down and tried to come up with bits though because it's just a dream.
Well, that's the funny. It's like God, like the joke writing, because it was like Joe talked about how it's like after he gets off stage, he tries to like write for an hour, and just the writing
Mhm.
process would be fun to just figure out where, because I've kind of like got little ideas throughout the day where I'm like, oh, maybe that would be funny, like for a sketch or whatever, and sometimes I write them down, but I never like took it any further than that. But like to just sit down and like think about what the punchline is, like to actually try to figure out your style. Like
The
that's my
funny
because like people laugh at shit I say, but I don't know fucking know why. I think they're just being nice, and
That's exactly how I feel.
um, because I think if we were both gonna be comedians, I would think we'd have very different styles. I think I'd be more like a dry comedian, just like talking about really fucked up shit, really cavalierly, and I don't know what you would be like, but um,
I don't know. I don't see myself being able to be a comedian, so I don't know that I can't think of a style, so
well, I don't know, man. It's just that you got to try to figure out how to write a joke. Just sit down
goddamn.
with yourself. I want this to happen.
Sounds
I want one of our punishments, maybe for fantasy football, to be you have to do an open mic for 10 minutes
10 minutes. No, that's too long.
or
Be like 2
whatever.
minutes.
No, 5 minutes.
10 minutes is a fucking
Do a
long open mic.
do a well, cuz have you ever done an open mic? I don't know how long they sit up there, but
I don't maybe 5-minute slots?
maybe Grand Island might not have one, but I'm sure Omaha does. Uh
Dude, that's so nerve-wracking. That's a good punishment.
but and you got to know about it ahead of time so you can prepare.
Yeah, you gotta know you're the loser at something so you can prepare.
And then but just I mean any like imagine Mitch gets up there, he has to do 3 minutes at the open mic.
Mitch couldn't even do my best man speech.
I don't remember. I was too drunk.
He was just straight
Most
up like,
weddings.
Well, guys,
We were all probably
everyone,
giving him shit at this point too.
dude,
Like,
we because he was gonna write his speech at my in-laws before we all got in the pool and started playing football. And we got in, and he was inside sitting there trying to write a speech, but he wanted to come play football, so he said, "Fuck it," and just came and got in the pool and never wrote a speech. So, then he got there, and he was like, "Yeah, well, congrats, guys."
dude,
It was just
that was about it.
yeah, it was so bad. Uh,
I remember Chris's brother gave a speech. He's probably the best man. I don't remember. But he was just so drunk. Kyle. Oh, it was fucking great.
uh,
That's
that's good.
why, like, yeah, I've been so blackout at every wedding I've been to that, um,
I'm jealous.
well, it's becoming less and less of a thing where, like, I'm getting less and less blackout at all the weddings. But
Uh,
so, yeah, to have like responsibility, like at that point in my life would be fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, like have to give a speech.
Like at your wedding or any of the my sister's wedding, like, God, dude, I was like taking my clothes off, and my brother who lives up here, like I was like dancing and like started taking my shirt off. My brother like ran out on the dance floor and like brought me off to the side.
Ah,
And that's like
dude,
the
that's what
only
weddings are
memory I
for.
have. Yeah, that's like, I don't know. It was fucking ridiculous. But
Oh,
Tyler's
I,
wedding, that was fucking nerve-wracking as fuck. I don't know why I said
dude.
yes to that. There's your narcissism. Cause I wish I would have not said yes to that. It was so fucking.
It was good though, dude. You did good.
Oh well, thanks. Cause
You did
I
good.
feel like
I
I could have
put,
done
dude,
more. I didn't like. I
dude.
prepared a lot, but not enough. And
Tyler's wedding was like a very genuinely great memory for me. I just in every way, shape, or form, I enjoyed that weekend so much.
I don't
So
remember
much,
anyone
dude.
getting like blackout. Cause
No, I don't think anybody got too fucked up. Everybody got drunk and enjoyed themselves,
yeah,
but I don't think anybody got too well, except maybe Tyler's sister's husband. He kept calling Bob Jeffrey Dahmer, but
oh jeez.
but they like their ceremony, like it. Honest to God, made me like want to tear up because they had like the light snowflakes, but it wasn't windy,
Well,
and
we
it
were
was
also
like
cold as shit for a while, and we're like, "Oh, this is gonna
yeah,
suck." But then we're like, "Oh no, this is great." The sun came out, and then it get
yeah.
cold as
They had
shit,
this,
and then we're like,
but they
"Oh,
had the backdrop of the mountains and the lake, and it was just like, not even that formal. It was just their family and friends, and it was their little ceremony and their little piece of their world. It was so perfect, dude. And
yeah."
then everybody got to drink and have fun afterwards. I love that weekend. I was so happy for them.
What the hell? I'm like playing music right now.
God
Um,
damn it, Scott.
no, I don't think it was visible. No, the on the Spotify player, the music thing was all the way down, so it was muted, so no one heard anything. But I've been playing music this whole time.
Oh, well, that could have gone.
It's called "I Broke Nicky's Bong," and now I owe him $160. That's kind of a neat name for a song.
Jesus. I paid $160 for a bong.
By Sun Junkies. Yeah, that's a sweet name for a song. I kind of want to
Dude,
play it
that's
sometime.
reminds me of a Day to Remember's songs like Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End.
That's what.
I'm made of wax, Larry. What are you made of?
No, it's all not all time low. The other no fuck. This is my band. I can't think of them. It's not All American Rejects. It's the other one.
My Chemical Romance.
No,
Simple
real
Plan.
common guy, real popular band that sounds like All American Rejects. There's an L in it.
It, I mean, that sounds a lot like All American Rejects to me,
Oh
but
Jesus! And they're like they had the name tags. Their names of their songs were like "Sugar We're Going Down Swinging" and like all this other.
oh, Fallout Boy.
Yeah, Fall Out Boy. They had really long names of their songs. Like
Oh,
really fucking long.
Sugar, we're going down swinging. That
But not that one. All the other ones are just like that on that album. They all the names.
da-
Some of them are like full on conversations. It's like 3 sentences long.
dance isn't that long.
Jesus, killing me.
Or thanks for the memories.
Those are all the good
But
ones, but the not good ones are very long. I don't care. Everyone knows I'm right.
oh man, yeah. But Day to Remember's got the longest ones that I know of with those. I don't even remember all the other ones on that album. If It Means a Lot to You, Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End, If I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made of? Homesick, obviously. Dude, are we gonna get the fucking Spike ass tats?
I'm down.
I
I'm
mean,
already committed to my tattoo. I put $100 down on the deposit for a phylogenetic tree of life right here, like a circle
dude, you're
thing.
gonna fucking love it. You're gonna
I
love it
think
so
so.
much. You
It's
As soon as
after
you get
Miami.
one, you're gonna be like, all right, dude, I'm ready to get some more fucking
Well, I'm
tattoos now.
already down because the people that I went to, they were like, I want the sea turtle. And I feel bad because I didn't like really plan this one out. Because I'm always like, oh, the artist has got to be, I've got to like spend so much time and find the right artist to alter my body. And I got to like be super confident. And this is like the first one I got, the first place I went to. Um, and then really didn't look up any other place. I didn't even look up his Instagram or any of his shit. Like, I saw a couple.
No,
I went and asked them, and they're like, "Oh, I think this guy will be good for you." And I looked up a couple pictures, and it's like he does like dots, like geometrical design. So it is like,
that's what you want.
yeah, it is like it's very accurate geometrical circles and shit. And it's like, yeah, that's what I want. And it's super simple. It's just lines. So he was like, "Yeah, I can do that in like an hour." Like, I mean, it's basically what I do before I start doing an actual tattoo. Just putting lines down. um,
Oh,
But no, I'm pretty confident, but I'm less confident than I feel like I should be because I'm like, dude, I should spend the money and get a good tattoo.
it's your first tattoo. You should feel a little like it's like getting married. You got to have that little cold feet moment where
But that's what I am. I was getting, oh, dude, when I went in there for my consultation, I was like 10 minutes late because I was talking to Tyler. But um, I went in there and he's like, oh, actually, I had someone cancel today. I might be able to get you in this afternoon. And I'm just like, everything got real there for a second. It was like, oh fuck. And I'm not, and
you
it
should have
wasn't to where I
done it.
would, no, I would have. It was like I'm doing this. Like I would have still done it, but I was just not prepared to get it done that at that moment. And that would have been great. I would have done it, but
You didn't.
no, he said that he wasn't, he couldn't do it. Like it was up, he
Oh,
didn't even ask me. He's like, "Oh, I think I can get you in." And he's like, "No, I can't."
so real shit. If he
Mate,
said he could have got you in, would you have done it?
it would have been tough. Yes, I would have. I am 97% sure I would have. But I would have like told him,
97. That's pretty high.
yeah, it's pretty high. I would have been like, I probably would have said something. I'm like, oh well, I'm like not really super prepared, but like, this is what I want, and I'm already paying. I already committed $100 to this thing, so it's like, why not? Like, there's really no reason not to. So I think I would have convinced
Man,
myself to do it. Like,
dude, I want another tattoo. I want a sleeve so bad. And like I look at this, I love this tattoo. I love
yeah,
it. But it's like I really can't do much more. I can do other stuff on my arm, but it's gonna look out of place because I got something
no,
this. It's
you
not
gotta do something that just covers it, not covers it, but like incorporates it,
surrounds
just
it.
surrounds it. Yeah,
Yeah. Um, but
sleeves.
this is my day. This is
You,
my day to remember arm because I got that one.
yeah.
So, but this one, dude, I gotta get Greta somewhere on there. But I want to get Greta lyrics.
Well, that's gay. Do you
No,
want?
it's not.
What do you like? Because to me, like a full sleeve that you have planned out in advance, like Jesse's arm. Remember that one?
Hmm.
Like, I mean, things like that. They look good, but God, I don't have anything like. Do you have like a full like,
Not
picture
yet,
you're
and that's
thinking, or
why.
is it multiple things you're just gonna
No, I
conglomerate?
don't want to do multiple things
See, and
because
that's me.
that.
I'm gonna probably end up multiple things and look ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want something like dude. Jesse's fucking arm looks cool as shit. His turned out so awesome, and I want that. I want his exact one. No, I want a connected sleeve that all is incorporated, but I don't know what. I thought about a tree of some sort, like an elaborate tree, not just like branches and that's it, but like a cool kind of fantasy style tree with like, and it would be more or less a family tree, and like I don't know how to incorporate which way it would grow. Probably up. So like lower it would have like my dad and space for my mom's name of
Nice.
some sort. And then it would like incorporate my daughter and my new baby, and then it would be like a tree of a literal like family tree of life.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think I'm committing to that.
Well, I
So
want a tree too. Like trees, you got to have a tree somewhere. Um, I've always wanted maybe like a little tree where like the top of the canopy is like, and it's like a symmetrical with the roots. So like it's basically like a circle almost, you know. So like the
mhm.
top looks exactly the same as the bottom. It's symmetrical. Um, but real trees don't grow that way. Like their roots look different than the canopy. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just different. And so now I'm like, fuck. Well, do I want realism or do I want it to look like symmetrical? Um, and like my turtle, I wanted like a big old sea turtle right here, which and now I'm like second guessing everything because everything's becoming so real now. Because like a sea turtle, like why the fuck do I want a sea turtle? Like I'm more connected to these like box turtles or whatever, just a regular
That
turtle.
you see, yeah.
Yeah, but the I mean, it's more like, well, what's the most badass turtle? It's like, well, probably a sea turtle. So,
Well, I don't know. Them alligator snapping turtles are pretty badass.
well, okay, well, if I was gonna be reincarnated as a turtle, I think I'd rather be a sea turtle than a alligator snapping turtle. Yeah, you're like apex predator in your river, but I'd rather just be cruising in the ocean than be
Just get eaten by
the ape.
some random fucking animal.
And then the leatherback sea turtles are probably the coolest of the sea turtles, but I'm probably gonna get a hawkbill because they're prettier. Do you want like the most badass giant turtle in the world or the pretty turtle?
Dude, that's something I should incorporate as a fucking like hawk or eagle, but like a real cool looking one.
A little like a pedigree falcon or something like a little tiny eagle.
Dude, because falcons are or eagles even are just so badass,
Hawks,
dude.
yeah.
They're so fucking cool, and they look so like when you look at them like head on, and they have those eyes that are just like fucking right at you. Ah, dude, hawks are badass.
That's funny. I've always the only passion I've ever had is like flying, and I've never. There's not one thing on my body so far. I've got like probably 50 tattoos I could probably get right now that I would be committed to, and maybe not 50, but like 25, and nothing has to do with flying at all.
Same.
I was thought about getting a bunch of dinosaurs on my back and be like for the children, because I don't give a fuck about my back, and but it's just like a scene where maybe there's like a sunset on one side of my body and then the back it's just like the sunset continues, but it's just like a couple like maybe like a spinosaurus, maybe a pterodactyl. That would be the only flying thing that I can think of, but that's probably not gonna
God
happen.
damn it. Dude, I just want more tattoos. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a bitch, and they hurt. Like, they fucking hurt, dude.
Well, that's a good
And
thing. Like you need to be hurt. You deserve it.
I just don't it's hard to like sit there for a long period of time. Like my back one, dude,
You
that one hurts
you would
so
think
bad.
you'd think you'd just kind of go numb and not like think about it as much, but never had
No, because they
tattoos.
don't cover the same like area. Each time they're stroking, it's like a new and a tattoo is technically a wound. Like they're wounding your body. And
This
that's
seems
why
like
you
a
gotta like
decent
cover it
area.
up.
I mean, you get up here, there's gonna be some points where this shit's right on the
This
bone.
this one that I got didn't hurt at
No,
all.
but up top,
It
like if it was gonna cover this bony part.
that was the worst on my back was not necessarily the whole spine, but on your neck, if you go down like 3 vertebrae, where you can feel like right before it goes between your shoulder blades,
Yeah.
that was the fucking that was the worst. That's like right on the tip of that's like the
On the
top of
spine
my
would be fucking ridiculous.
it wasn't that bad. Like the spine itself wasn't that bad. It was that neck on the spine, like that
Hmm.
just that one, and then right between the shoulder blades, but not on the spine, like inside of my shoulder blade. When you, if you like bend your arms back, there's that skin in between the shoulder, like
Yeah.
your shoulder blade sticks out. That fucking part in there hurt, dude. And
Well,
I was
that's when
by the
it's
end of
like
it,
if the rest of it doesn't hurt, but then part of it does hurt, then you're gonna want to jump and fucking I don't know.
yeah, they're like, sit still, because you don't want to fucking like fuck them up, you know? So you got to sit there and just deal with it. Next time I get a tattoo, well, like a tattoo that could be painful, I'm taking headphones. Because a lot, when I got my back one, the other two didn't hurt that bad. My arm one didn't hurt at all until the very end, at the
Oh,
very end of the shading. That, but my back one, dude, I just was sitting there. My ex girlfriend was there. She got one too. She got tattoos that day too. And I was just sitting there in like silence because I couldn't even like really talk to the guy because my
is
it
he
hurt.
trying to? Like, it's like a dentist appointment, just super awkward.
Not
Like,
really. I feel like I was a burden on the guy. Like he was just like, all right, let's just get this finished so I can move on. And I'm just like, dude, I'm dying over here.
well, I would hate to
But
be like he's trying to come up, he's trying to like help you out. I hate it when people are trying to help me out, and I'm just like, dude, fucking stop. Like he's like doing this for me, like he's trying to have a conversation for me just to keep me entertained, and I'd be like, dude,
yeah,
I'd be okay with just not talking, but
I well, I'm taking headphones next one.
maybe just tell
That's a
him
real
that, but
thing.
I don't know. Yeah, because I'd rather just let this guy focus.
Yeah, please don't fuck this up, dude. Like I'm you it,
I didn't put enough thought into have trusting you to do this, so please don't fuck up.
mm, hashtag no regrets. My
Well, the
cousin got oh good.
no, your cousin, but I don't know where this came up, but on Reddit, which today I was gonna not get on Reddit at all. Like, god damn it, dude, I'm just addicted to my phone, and like instead of not getting on Reddit at all, I was on Reddit all day, and one of the things that popped up is it's called like shitty tattoos,
Oh
and
no.
but yeah, and I don't know where this came up, and then it's like it keeps coming up, and some of them are like decent tattoos, and just people are just shitting on them, and like I'm just like, oh, I didn't think it was that bad, and then they were just shitting on these tattoos, and I mean a lot of them are shitty, but when some of them aren't that bad, and you're just like, fuck, like, and they're just like, oh, you don't pay for, don't get the cheap ones and all this shit, and I'm just like, oh god damn
Oh.
it,
Do
not the best.
you ever like actually comment or post on Reddit, or do you just like linger?
I've commented a few times, but only in like really specific. Like there's one, the one I really like is it's called Leaves, and it's about people like quitting marijuana, and it's like AA for marijuana, and I posted on there a couple times, but and it's mostly just like that. Like there's not really that many subreddits I'd post on. I'm pretty much just a
Do you
lingerer.
use Reddit for porn?
No, but apparently it is good. It's useful for that.
That's like the only site I ever use anymore.
Huh. Well, I don't even know how to
Or
do it
app.
because it seems like they're always like I'm on the safe side of Reddit. It seems like there's all these like not safe for work Reddits that are hard to get to, or they're like not available.
Well, I don't use it like a whole lot. I mean, it's not like I'm fucking looking at porn 24/7, so I can't I don't know the ins and outs of it,
Which
but
ones what's your porn? What's your Reddit?
you just type in porn, I think. Or maybe not
You
the
think?
word
What do
porn,
you
but
do? You don't have a
I just type
subreddit.
in like what I want to see, like
Oh,
big butts or something, you
hmm.
know? And then
Selma
it's
Hayek.
a what?
Selma Hayek. That lady.
What is that?
The
I don't know
lady.
who that is.
She's in the Wild Wild West and in all those other movies she's in. She's that sexy Mexican lady. She's been recommended a bunch. I haven't joined her subreddit yet, but she keeps uh like sexy pictures of her keep popping up on my Reddit, and it's happening more and more because I keep clicking on them.
Because you click on them. Yeah, dude, that's how they get you. You click once, and it's like, oh, we see you clicked on this once 3 weeks
She
ago. Do you want to see this and
she
this?
made her tits too big. Now they're just like they're too nice, and I like
I
her
didn't
when she
think
was
that.
younger.
Oh wait, I think I know who you're talking about. She was like a '90s actress more,
Yeah,
wasn't
she's in
she?
a lot of movies. I don't know, like Grown Ups. I don't know what the fuck movies I'm trying to
I
think.
don't think are those fake. I don't think they're fake. I
Well,
don't
they're
think she
fake
made them too
now
big.
because they're definitely
Are you
bigger.
sure?
They got a lot bigger. These
I
pictures on
don't know.
Reddit
Oh,
are fucking
okay.
huge.
People are gonna be listening to this, but
Yeah, look up
I'm gonna
Selma
find out here.
Hayek r/Selma Hayek, and you will see some big titted pictures. Um, and she's an old lady too. Like she's got some big old titties for an old lady. Um, you were talking about your cousin at one point, but we might have gone past that too
That
far.
was about tattoos, but we're past that now.
Well, I'm sharing your
All right.
screen.
Oh, China declares its military is ready to fight. How do you spell her name?
S-A-M S-A-L Salma S-A
Oh, right there.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, fake.
Jesus.
Do I
Uh,
want to say it?
yeah. I was just thought you were
Hold
gonna
on.
go to the Reddit and see him for yourself, but
No, is or are. Sorry, that's plural. Are Selma Hayek's boobs fake?
you couldn't say tits. No one says boobs anymore.
My boobs are growing a lot, but they're natural.
No, they're
Before and
not. That's
after
what
plastic
everyone says.
surgery. Oh,
My breasts won't stop growing and it's a problem. Damn, well maybe she's a victim.
huh.
I think this is what all rich people say that like, oh no, they're just bigger.
Um, but this isn't even who I was thinking about. This is LP.
Alopecia.
This is who I was thinking about.
Who the fuck is this?
Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, I don't recognize her at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder
Sure she's an
what she's
actress?
been in. Yeah, she's an actress.
She's
Let's
as
see
a
what she's been
pirate.
in. Well, there's got a.
One
Here
of
we
those
go.
people that just they're in everything but you don't know who they are.
Yeah, she's probably in like cop shows or something,
Yeah.
like night, like evening TV cop shows.
Well, I bet she's a
I bet
pirate at
that's
one point. I bet she's in Pirates of the Caribbean or something.
she's in Zoolander too. That's pretty cool. Um, maybe not. I
Yeah, why do
mean,
you know this person?
I don't fuck. Well, I mean, Zoolander, obviously. Uh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what she's in that I besides Zoolander that I know, but
Well, all I
good
know
for
is
her.
that Selma Hayek got a boob job. All I can say.
She says she didn't.
I don't believe it.
You calling her a liar on this
Yeah,
public domain?
I am. At me. Dude, my Twitter got suspended, so she can't. Um,
Why'd your Twitter get suspended?
I don't know, but
Why are you posting things on Twitter to get suspended?
yeah, I'm bad. I'm a naughty. Um, no, I just Twitter's broken, I think, and I got hacked, and then there's no way to like get myself unhacked. I tried, I didn't try very hard, but basically just logged out and got a new account.
Have you tried calling Elon?
No, I'll have to add him from
Well,
my new account and be like, dude,
you can literally say it right here. Say what you want to say. Just get it off your plate or get off your chest.
all right, Elon, you know
What?
me, you know I'm a good person. Like, I'm not, I never put hashtags in any of my stuff, and so when there's all these links in my posts, just not me. And I know Lex is running Twitter at this point, so Lex, I'm talking to you now. I like my old email. I don't want to use the Gmail that I had to create for my new account, and it's kind of annoying, you know. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. That's all I got.
Well,
Don't at
we'll
me.
see if that does any.
Wait, That's
Doesn't
not what
need
you're supposed to
image.
say. You're supposed to DM me and tell me how to get what I want for little effort.
A lot of people. Yeah. What's the get rich quick scheme here?
I didn't click on the link. I wouldn't, but if you go to my Twitter, there's a bunch of links that tell you how to get rich quick. And if you click on the link, we'll find out. I even deleted all the tweets and they're just still there. It's just weird. This happened to Blair Saki too. She was all pissed. A lot of people are getting hacked.
Some big bang just went off outside my house,
New
and
universe is
then a
born.
lady like yelled,
Grand Island.
"Ah, Grand Island."
I wonder what your crime score is if it's better than a C minus.
I doubt it is. But on that note, I really do think I'm heading out, man. I gotta go take a shower and go to bed.
All right. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm gonna take another
Yeah.
shot because I already poured it.
All right. Well, don't take it yet. I'll take it with you. I'll pour one. Take it with you.
Nice.
All right.
Hang on.
Here's to oh oh.
Well, no, you don't have to. You don't have to hang on. Sorry. I want to just get this prepped for Terry's.
I don't know what that means. Um.
Yeah, fuck it. I was gonna play a little
Here's
music.
here's to episode 19 of You'd Be Dead in the books.
Yep. 20 coming
Chin chin.
soon.
Next one's gonna have an ad in it, so be ready for that. Oh my. All right. Episode 19 in the books. That's You'd Be Dead. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
It was a car accident outside of my house. That's what that loud bang was. And if you look, I showed Scott. If look up here, you can see. Oh, there we go. The red and blue. The fire truck is parked directly outside of my. Like if I were to try and leave my house right now, I could not. So that's always fun. Apparently,
Jesus.
I have no verification of this or no reason to believe this is true. But when I talked to the neighbors, they said that they believe the lady that was driving was drunk, and she involved two parked cars. It was loud. She had to be fucking booking it, dude. She had to be fucking booking it. I don't know if she's alive or not, but they
Well,
pulled the ambulance out for the record.
as long as she just ran into parked cars, no one's gonna feel bad for her.
Somebody drove by. They left. Like they were right behind her or something, or almost at the intersection when the wreck happened. So they stopped, and then the cops showed up, and they were like told they could leave, so they had to like turn around. They drove back by my house, talking to my neighbors, and they're like, "Yeah, the car that she was driving, that car's fucked up." Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that happens.
I'm
Right.
more upset that the Buick Lucerne got fucked up, man. Those are good cars.
Dude, it was an exact replica. It's red and or maroon or whatever and everything. It's
The white ones are better, as always, but like,
if the white ones were better, you would still have it.
how you know what? It was my fault. It was the only crash I've been involved in, and it was my fault. So,
The
um,
only crash that you've been in and the only crash that I've been in, we both totaled our vehicles.
well, that was the only crash you've been in when you ran on the dirt road, your
Yep.
dog in the back and all that shit.
He was in the front seat with me, but yeah.
Like a trailer full of, was it a trailer or a pickup full of logs?
No. I was in a pickup with my dog in the front seat, and I had logs in the back seat,
Ooh.
or in the back of the pickup in the bed. But they weren't just logs; they were like cedar logs, so they weren't even like actually logs. They were just like thick branches, more or less. And I ran into a semi,
Mm.
the back of a semi,
Yeah.
and one of the fucking this is the driver's side seat, and one of the logs came through the window and like wedged itself in the headrest in the back of my seat.
And didn't
Yeah.
kill your dog or anything. Like,
Didn't kill me. It didn't kill me. Dude, that log, if that would have went right through the headrest, it would have went right through the back of my head.
well, you would have been stronger than the headrest. You could have stopped it. Just got a concussion. Um,
It was pointed. That was the thing.
uh,
Like in the picture on Facebook, well, I don't have it anymore, but it's like a point and it's going in. The
oh
cushion's
my
like all around
god,
it. Yeah.
Jesus.
But I lived. Her or Ace just bounced off the fucking airbag and slammed back into the seat.
Terrible. Um, yeah, all because the goddamn semi just slams on his brakes, kicking up a bunch of
No, it
dust.
yeah, that is what it was. Yeah, there was just a fuckload of dust. And then like over this little not even like a hill, it's just like a hump in the road. The
Fuck that
dust just
guy.
settles. And then there's just fucking
Well, he was obviously
boom.
driving right before that, and then just stopped on the other side of a hill, and like that's fucked.
Yeah, I was going like 50.
Fuck that guy.
Dude, I was going like 50 and didn't have anything happen to me. You know how lucky that is?
Dude,
I was
it reminds me of the only other accident I've been in. Was I was driving my red pickup, and I was going up the hill towards Trenton. That and
yeah.
that only hill, and there was a deer, and I hit a deer, just like ran across the road, and I was going like 60. I mean, I was going 70 or something, but I slowed down probably a little bit. But I was basically going 60 or 70. I didn't slow down hardly at all. And I hit a deer with my little tiny Ford pickup, and just nothing happened. Like, um, like I hit the deer and it just stayed standing up, and I just kind of pushed it, and then I slowed down to the where it just kind of kept going and fell over and ran off or whatever it did. I don't know. I mean, I hit it going
Oh.
75, 60, so who knows? But yeah, then like my pickup was fine. The only thing, my license plate was crinkled. Like there was a crinkle in my license plate,
Oh my
and I hit
god.
this deer going 60. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know
You
how.
know what's funny is one time Tyler and I were on our way to Trenton and we were going to Trenton in his Sebring, the Chrysler, and he fucking hit a deer on the passenger side
What?
and he told his parents that we were just going to fucking Devin's place to hang out. But it fucked the side of his car up. Like the front left fender. I don't know what it looks like. It might still be like that. I don't know if they got it fixed.
I don't.
We'll have to pay attention to that next time we see Tyler.
In the
But
Chrysler?
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I thought you were talking about his old car.
Nope. In the maroon one.
Hmm.
Yep. Fucking
I
it
don't
and
know if I
it's
ever knew that.
right on the passenger side under the headlight to the side.
Well, I do remember this other accident I was in. Um, I we were driving out to not the Creek House, probably the no, it was the Creek House. I don't remember. Had to be the Creek House because I wasn't drunk yet. I was driving out there and just driving too fast. And there's this like turn, kind of when you're getting close to the Creek House. There's a pretty sharp turn, and just going way too fast. Went through the ditch and went over the other side of the ditch and like hit a pole for the fence. And
Oh,
but I slammed on my brakes, while I'm going through the ditch, and I just like the poles here, and I was just like, and I just like slammed on my brakes and just barely hit it. Like it didn't even do anything to my vehicle.
oh
Like
my
so I didn't
god.
really hit the fence. I just slammed and just came super close.
Dude, Haley almost fucking killed us going out there one time. Because there's a part where the dirt road goes like this. It's like there's a hump, and then right over the hump it goes like that.
I bet right before the bridge, that sketchy little bridge, that's where I did my thing.
Ugh. Dude. So it like goes over, and then she doesn't know it's gonna jerk, like go to the right or left or whatever.
Oh, that's what
She
you're talking
starts
about.
fucking she starts going like I was like, fuck, 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 fuck. But we lived. Uh yeah.
And then
Definitely not like go ahead.
on the way out to Rock Creek, I remember there was a group of, going like 50, 60, and there's a group of like 30 deer on the road, and there's not a spot to go through them because you're going too fast, like, and slammed on my brakes. But then the last second, like a couple deer moved out of the way, and it's like I had to like swerve and like hit the gap, and it just worked out. It's like, fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ. I've never dude, knock on wood, I've never had that encounter with a deer before, even though I told my parents I did. But oh, that's my other accident, but I mean we drove away from that one.
Oh yeah, that's my other accident too. I was really high and up by the school, up by Tyler's house, and not your house. But so I was just too high, and I don't know if I don't think I was looking at my phone, might have been, but I was just really high, and I just like took a turn really wide and really wasn't paying attention. I hit a trailer that was parked, and I I don't remember what the fuck happened in that situation. Like I
Oh,
think I probably told some people and probably went through the whole process of and it was fine, but I don't remember how that worked
do
or
you
if I just kind of
remember
just pieced out and ran away. I don't know.
you pulled through a guy's cornfield before?
No, I drove on the edge of his stubble field. Is difference. Like there's nothing growing there. It's a stubble field. All it's gonna do is get tore up in the future. And so it's a stubble field. And the road's all fucked up. So Tyler in his car and me in my pickup, we like go on the ditch and go onto the stubble field on the very edge. And then Fucko comes driving through with his lights on. It's the owner of the land, the farmer, and just reams our ass. And I just have to stand there and take it. It's like, yep, we're not supposed to be
Dude,
driving
I
on your
don't think
field.
Tyler was there. I'm gonna be
No, I
honest
know he
with you.
was. He was driving behind me in his car.
Well, I was in the passenger seat of your pickup when that happened,
Dude,
and
there was.
I never got out of your pickup. I just sat there and watched you get your ass ripped by this guy, dude.
Yep.
He,
And then I go home and I tell
he
my dad, and he's like, "Yeah, that dude's a douche about his land. Like, I mean, obviously the road is a dirt road. We're gonna get stuck and have to walk to his house and get help if we drive through it, because we're getting fucking stuck."
What? Did your dad ask what the fuck you were doing out there?
No, he never really asked that. Um, we're just hanging out, driving around. But yeah, to me, I mean, we made the right decision. We like just stayed
Yeah,
on the edge of his
I didn't
stubble
see a
field. It
fucking
wasn't a
problem with it.
fucking like any. It wasn't like an alfalfa field growing there. Nothing was even growing. Pissed me off.
Yeah, and then he got all pissed off, and you got out of the pickup, and I just sat in the passenger side and watched the whole thing
I
go
had to. I
down.
just had to. I had to do it. You gotta get your ass reamed every once in a while.
Oh man, oh yeah, I know I've been there, but that's a good segue because speaking of getting your ass reamed, so
You
I
went to
told you I went
church
to church this
recently.
weekend. It was a 2 hour long Catholic mass for Easter, Saturday night. And I know that maybe anybody who listens to this might not know this, but I went to church a lot from fourth grade to my junior year. A lot. And it was all Catholic. I was raised Catholic, and I would be 100% okay if I never set foot in another Catholic church again in my life. And I set foot in one Saturday night, and it was hell. It was terrible. It was
Two
literally like walking
hours.
in. It was like walking into a cult chamber. And when you're not a practicing Catholic and you like sit back and really listen to what people are saying, it's fucking freaky, dude. It is the definition of a cult. It's fucking freaky. Like these people believe they're eating the body and blood of Jesus Christ or of God or whatever the fuck.
And
Their
it's
cult leader
normal.
literally says, "Eat me and drink my blood." And they're like, "Yes, it is perfection in our eyes." I'm just like, "What the fuck is going on, dude?"
Well, it's fucked up that like when we were in, I was Catholic too. Like when we were in it, I mean, it was normal. It's not that big a deal. You didn't really think about it. You just said the words and went about your day um and I think Jesus Christ was a real person and did like some real good things. But I think then the Catholic Church turned it into this weird thing where I don't think he was planning on people eating his blood and eating his flesh. I don't think he was trying to do that. I think that's a Catholic Church thing, and it's fucked. Like, imagine you're just like Lex Friedman in 3,000 years, and people are like, we must eat his blood and drink his flesh. I said that
Uh,
wrong, but
uh,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
it's
just
fucking
imagine
weird
he's
to
just
think
like
about,
just
but
trying to spread love, and you go and take it too far.
I don't know, man. And I just like think about the stuff where they were had the readings where they were like, and God said to Moses, you know, take the Israelites to the water and blah blah blah. I'm just like,
Well, the creed, I imagine the creed is the one where everyone like repeats that big long paragraph.
Yeah.
right? And
Yep.
that's probably the weird one to me. It,
They're all fucking weird.
yeah, the whole thing is crazy. It's kind of fun though. I mean, like I'm glad we have that in our lives. We got a nice
Dude,
classy cult to.
um, may the Lord be with you and with your spirit. It's fucking. Oh, dude, it was so uncomfortable. It literally felt like when you walk into a movie, or when you watch a movie, and the person like realizes, oh, like it's kind of like fucking Wayward Pines.
Yeah,
Have you been reading that?
yeah, I do. I've read it. It's fucking great.
Okay, I'm about done with it. I'm not quite done, but it's like that where you feel like you're in the middle of like a fucking cult. It's so uncomfortable. When was the last time you actually went to a Catholic mass?
Not that long ago, probably a year or two ago. But
The one up here since it was Easter, everything was sang. Which props to the people who sang. They actually sounded phenomenal. They sounded awesome. But it was like we will drink his blood and be thankful for it is perfection in our eyes.
yeah,
And I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys saying, dude? What the
remember
and
you.
nobody's like I'm looking around because I'm uncomfortable, and nobody is like, is this fucking real? No one's like a little awkward, huh? They're just like,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, this is fucked up, dude.
at least like those like Southern Baptist churches, they're at least like into it and like having a good
Yeah.
time. We're this Roman Catholic shit. They're just like, just say your shit and don't think about it.
Yeah, don't think, just repeat. Oh. And
um,
like you know it's bad if it when we were in high school or middle school, whenever it was, they changed like the responses so people could because they were like, oh, people are just getting into the repetition of just saying responding. And so they changed it from like peace be with you and also with you to peace be with you and with your spirit.
oh,
And give thanks to the Lord for it is right. Let us give thanks to the Lord for he is good or whatever. And instead it's like let us give thanks to the Lord for it is right and just and like shit like that.
I don't
Just to
remember that
like
change, but
yeah, it happened when we were in like high school
hmm,
and they were did it just so because they were like, yep, people are just memorizing things and just saying things. I'm like, that's what this whole
that's all
thing is
right.
about.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what this whole
I'm down
church is
to
about.
I'm down to like let people think about things instead of just repeating it. But
Well, like think about this. Think about okay, they had to think about it for like a few weeks and now they're just repeating it again.
yeah,
But think about when they did the not the Stations of the Cross, but that other one. Let's say like for the sake of a sorrowful passion.
yeah.
Have dude, that's just straight
Have
repetition.
mercy on us and on the whole world.
Yeah, for the sake of a sorrowful passion, all over and over and over again. By the end of it, you're like just saying syllables. You don't even know like
Yeah,
it's not even
why?
words anymore.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's like, what purpose is it serving? Are we like powering up some god? I don't think so. Like,
It's actually like all wrong. We're powering up a pagan god. That's just
yeah,
like the more we say things, the more powerful he
the
gets.
pagan god of capitalism. Give me your money.
Yeah, it's working. The face of Donald Trump,
People, yeah, that's all the Satanism shit people talk about. Just, it's actually just
dude.
Catholics.
Yeah, that movie we fucking watched in Colorado, the Hereditary,
Fuck. I don't like. I watched it with you, but I don't really remember it as well as I should have.
about the pagan god
Yeah, that seemed like
and the
really
cult.
good.
Dude, it was fucked up.
God, I think it was really good. I just don't really remember it that much. Damn Colorado.
Well, I I'm not much of a believer, but fuck, dude. Like I don't believe in God, but like part of me believes in evil spirits because it scares me. So
What the hell?
it's like obviously I learn more by fear than Like,
Well, that's like this.
just
Yeah, when you believed in God and all
you
that,
muted
like,
yourself.
well, not to the people.
No, well, I
It's
can't
just
hear you.
yeah, not coming through
Oh
on
no.
Discord.
I mean, everything was going good.
Hello. Yeah.
Everything was going great. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Hello.
There, now I can hear you.
Weird. Um. Yeah, my computer just like shut off for a second. It kind of freaked me out, but I think I was still recording, so I don't know.
We'll
Um.
find out.
God, but when you believed in God and all that, like the demonic shit, that's the scariest shit. And anymore, yeah, it's like fuck. You almost got to keep an open mind. There's like we don't know what's going on.
Well, that if that could be like a real part of the other dimensions, like those are. It's not just like spirits. It's not evil spirits or demons. It's just people from the next dimension that don't want to do good. Like they
Yeah.
want to do you harm, and you're just
Mhm.
like, damn.
And if somehow we can rationalize it and believe in it in any way, it's like of course these ancient peoples could too. It's just
Yeah,
like a different version.
man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if we just like go through life like this and any questions we have and the simulations or is free will real and just this and that, and then at the end it's actually just like black and white the Catholicism like Bible, and you're going to heaven, purgatory, or hell, and like
Yeah.
that's it. Like
You knew this
that's
whole
what.
time. We told you when you
Yeah,
were born. Like Jesus.
yeah. We tried, and then and you don't get to ask questions. You don't get to say, well, what about the babies that aren't baptized? You just have to deal with it. That's just the way it is. Like they go to
Whether
hell.
you are
Sorry, or
dude, that's
purgatory, whatever.
well, I always think it's like the simulation thing. It's like we're the AIs, and they're just trying to determine whether we're power hungry and going to try to take over the world. And if you live a life as a good Christian, then they'll let you escape into the real world and become a normal person. But it's just like there are because it's so arbitrary, like what's okay to do. They can just like, oh no, you have to believe in the in Catholicism,
we're
and you have to
we're
subject
like
yourself to this God, and
the people who are like, no, I don't believe in that. I can do this all myself. I don't need that. And they're like, all right, eliminate them. They're not fucking.
yeah,
They're not. They're not gonna be able to be productive in our society.
yeah, because it could be anything
Okay.
like Scientology, whatever they want.
I stand by what I said with Devin. I want if I die, and find out there's an afterlife or it's a simulation. I hope that Scientology and Mormonism are the main two religions, like the fakest fucking religions that are out there. But
Yeah, Amish people know
well,
what's
I don't
up.
know that. I can't say much about Mormonism. I wasn't there to see when it was founded. I guess I really wasn't there to see when Scientology was founded either. But that definitely seems fake to me, based off of the third dimensional world I live in.
The
But
South Park episode.
yeah, based off the South Park episode. But I mean, one was founded on a 14-year-old saying he had the tablets that only he could read, and I don't even actually know how Scientology was founded. So
Well, it was by a fiction author, like a guy who's written like several science fiction books, then comes out with a religion that's heavily science fiction based, and it just worked out for him, according to South Park.
he hit he hit the fucking jackpot. Ugh.
Yeah, you get like a couple celebrities to believe you, and it's just about how like obscure you are, like the little things they do, and they're just like it's therapy, and then it's a slippery slope
God damn. And they can't like talk about it. That's a fucking weird one. That's a weird rule.
because you got to have like status over other people. They're just like using the shittiness of humans against us because it's just like, oh, we'll tell you, but you can't tell anyone else. And then when you get to this level, then we'll tell you something else. And
And you just want to know more than anybody else. So you
even if you don't believe it, you're just like, I just want to know, and then I can decide whether I believe it. But you can't. You just got to be stuck into it for years and years to know. and then you're already programmed.
Yeah, then you've already bought into it.
Dude, you gotta finish Wayward Pines because I'm I love it's a great book, but I'm like I chose Brave New World, and the first couple minutes I was listening to it, I was like, oh fuck, this may not be the best, but now I'm super glad I picked it. So
God damn it! Don't get so far ahead of me. We waited forever for Mitch. You guys gotta hold on.
no, it's
I'm fucking.
it's fine. I'm just gonna read it and not tell you anything. Because I did the Audible book, so it's
Yeah.
only, and if you do Audible, I like on certain ones you can. Dude, it's fine. She didn't die. Um, dude, that has to feel terrible.
It doesn't feel great. Yeah.
God damn it. I go like 1.1 speed. So like it's an 8-hour book to listen to, but I had all this time off, so I listened to like half of it already. And but if you go 1.1 speed, it doesn't sound any faster. It's still just as, it's enjoyable to listen to. Or 1.15 is even fine, but I just do 1.1. But then it takes it down to like 6.5 hours. You gain like an hour and a half just by going to 1.1 faster.
What
And
if you went like? What's the fastest you can go?
as much, dude, I bet you can go like 10 times and it's just inaudible, just
Yeah. What's the fucking point?
because you can go 2 times speed. It's just like it's just not as enjoyable to listen to.
Do their voices get higher pitched as it speeds on? As it
Oh
speeds up?
yeah, you can go 3.5 in mine.
Suddenly she gets slapped. Oh, mother, don't! I'm not your mother. I won't be your mother. No.
Oh my god! You'd never be able to. Why do they even give you that option?
Dumb,
To fast forward in case you lose your spot or something?
I guess. Now I probably went forward like 5 minutes. I'm never gonna know where I'm at.
Uh. All right, dude. I think that was a good bonus. 20 minutes,
Yep.
25 minutes.
Hopefully it's readable. I not at
All
3.5
right.
speed.
Yeah, it's not going to be a 3.5, 1.1 maybe. But
Eh,
okay, well, that's officially episode 19 of You'd Be Dead.